energy. Come on, everybody. So tell all your friends to come and join quickly and take advantage of this session. Free session. Come on, all of you. And fatafat bacho, come on. I can see only 3 likes right now on the video. Only 3 likes. We have a strength of 4,000 students here come minimum over here. Okay. And live students, I think around if 70, 80 students should be there. 70, 80 students. I hope on the first day itself you are not tired of lots of marathon sessions. Hai na? Especially now it is theory law for 2.5 hours. So I hope you will have full energy till the end. Yes, everybody. Yes, we are live. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Chalo guys, come on quickly. Let's join. Like the video. Please share with all of your friends quickly that the session has started. Hai na? Everybody, good evening. Shri, Raksha, Chetan, Shreya, Samhita, Dhatri, Moksha, Sanmita. Most of you I remember from our latest batch. Some of you I might not be knowing. So please forgive me, okay? So I hope, yeah, let's go ahead. So welcome to the session, everybody. This is CA Niraj Mahajan. Welcome you to the session for Law Inter Fast Track Revision on behalf of Trisha classes and Vivek Malu classes, okay? So I welcome you to the session. And I hope, I sincerely hope that you are giving your best of your life right now in most of the efforts you're putting right now. Honestly, because only now 45 days are remaining for your examinations. So I hope you are at the peak, at the top of your efforts. Okay, this is actually honestly a make or break period for you right now. Okay, so if tomorrow whatever happens, and then you think or decide, you think what should have been done or what not, then today is the day, or you can say these are the moments, these are the days where you should be putting most of your efforts that counts. In fact, only that much counts. Later on, after November, December, whatever you want to do, but you do, nobody is going to be bothered. Hai. These 45 days, give your best. So I'm right now only hoping that you are giving around around minimum 10 to 12 hours daily. Hai. So this was the plan from the academy also, Trisha classes, that we should have a marathon session, at least for 1 week something, so that most of your syllabus gets covered. Okay, everybody? So let's start officially, everybody, I hope. And please, guys, be interactive. I'm here sitting alone with my laptop only. You guys are there sitting somewhere in the different areas. So please interact. That is mostly highly required. Whatever doubts you have, please talk to me. Please live in the chat. Okay, everybody? Chalega? I hope that much is fair. That I hope that much messages and chats in the comment will not cost you anything. Hai na, bachcho? I can still see only 3 likes on the video. Please go outside the live chat and hit like on the button, okay? Can we start, everybody? There are lots of emojis also given now over here. See, you can see on the screen also, okay? There are lots of emojis also given on the screen now, okay? So please be active. Come on. All right. So, bacho, this is, first of all, let me tell you, these are your revision sessions. So, obviously, bacho, without further, discussion, it is revision. It means it is revision, bacho. It means there is a simple assumption that you have done, at least it has gone through once from with your own vision. That means you have read at least once. Okay. So please don't, what disclaimers I want to give you right now, that this is revision means it will be fast track. So something I'm expecting or something I'm assuming that you know some things, but something you might have forgotten. So it is like a repetition over here. Okay. If you have any doubts, obviously you can drop in chats, or after the session also you can connect with me and ask that I have not understood this particular concept. Okay, everybody? Chalo, aage badhe hum log. Everybody? There are 60 students, but I should see 60 comments in the live chat. But no, my students are not that active, is it? No, no? Okay, guys. Chalo, aage badhe hum log. Let's go ahead, everybody. Chalo, revision. So it'll be fast track. Now, a couple of days earlier only, I had taken chapter number 7 on my own channel. Chapter number 7, management and administration. That is, I think, around 3 hours I had taken in totality. So even that you can watch. But here, if you want, I will repeat that also. So the next most important, you can say, request in the syllabus was for chapter number 9, accounts of companies. Okay, everybody? So what are we going to do, bacho? See, chapter number 9 is also very, very lengthy. So today we are going to cover chapter number 9. We have limited sessions. So please understand, I can't take each and every word, each and every line. It is not possible in the whatever sessions we are going to do. Okay, everybody? So I'll be touching upon almost everything important. Whatever is to be highlighted, please highlight with me. Please keep your speed fast, like with me in the batch. If at all you miss something, you can go back to the recorded lectures and see whatever I had said in the lecture. Okay, everybody? Yes, Kirti, Pooja, Shreya, Shrujan, Atharva. Yeah. आगे बढ़े हम लोग? Yeah. Chalo guys, let's start then. Let's start. So chapter number 9 I'm starting. Later on in the next sessions, I'll be taking other chapters. Chapter 3, 4, share capital prospectus. In one of the sessions, I'll finish off 5, 6 and 8. Charges, deposits and dividend. That I'll cover in one single session. Okay, everybody? So I'm starting with 9 right now. Then I'll jump to 10, audit and auditors. Then I'll jump in one of the sessions to 3 and 4. And then one session I'll take what? 5, 6, 8. 5, 6, 8 deposit charges and your dividend. And in one of the sessions, but we'll be also dealing with what? Other loss. Okay, all of you? Yeah? Let's go ahead. So it will be like we will be covering most of the important things, at least in as much whatever time we are given. Okay, chalo आगे बढ़े हम लोग. Keep on commenting. Chalo. Are you worried or not worried? Chalo आगे बढ़े हम लोग. Section chapter number 9, accounts of companies. I'm starting now. Chalo. So accounts of companies section 120 to 138. Almost 11 sections we have. Okay. चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग. 11 sections we have बच्चों to cover along with its respective rules. One of the lengthiest chapters, lots of things to by heart. Yes, so can't help it. So some things you have to by heart. Ready? Chalo, let's go ahead. Every company shall require to prepare books of accounts. That is common sense. That every company is required to maintain books of account. But also the relevant books and papers and financial statements for every financial year. So books of accounts, books and papers, and FS. These are your 3 compliances for every financial year. You have to maintain it. And what are they mentioning, bacho, here? Every company. That means that includes section head company, OPC, small company, needy company, whatever, all types of company. Yes, everybody. Chalo aage badhe. Why do you prepare these books of accounts, or what the books of accounts should give us? True and fair view. So whenever you learn in audit also, audit, that true and fair view should be reflected. The auditors gives an opinion on this. That is the source of this true and fair opinion. That true and fair view should come or should be reflected in your books of accounts. This is told in section 128. That books but you should reflect what? True, that is correct, and fair, that is unbiased view. Clear till here? Of the office of the company, including that of its branch offices. Branch office, bacho, is not a separate legal entity. I hope audio, video, everything is fantastic. Right, everybody? No issues? Pay attention. So branch office, bacho, I always keep on telling this in all the batches, in all the concepts, that branch office is not a separate legal entity. Subsidiary, bacho, company is a separate legal entity. Branch office is not. So when you do books of accounts of any company, it includes all the branches, no doubt about it. Example, let us say if you're doing financial statements of SBS, State Bank of India, it has hundreds and thousands of branches in India. So every branch is not a separate legal entity. So every branch should prepare its own books of accounts, but after all, they are going to be consolidated, merged together. Okay, everybody? So it is company's duty to prepare books of accounts of the company. That includes common sense, its branch offices. Clear? When we merge even the subsidiary companies, pay attention. When we merge even subsidiary companies FS, they are called as, FS means financial statements. When we merge even subsidiary companies FS, they are called as what? CFS, consolidated financial statements. बोलो हाँ, अरे समझा कि नहीं? चलो all of you quickly बढ़े आगे. चलो. These books of accounts must be kept on accrual basis and double entry. Questions at times are asked over here for MCQ. Single entry system is allowed? No. Cash based system macho is allowed? No. Whatever your accounting standard says, or whatever your other rules or law may be saying, Company Act says what? Only accrual basis and double entry system. Okay, cash basis and single entry बच्चों not allowed. आगे बढ़े. Pay attention, some basics I'm telling you. What you always prepare is first initially books and papers. From those books and papers, what you actually summarize those books and papers, you get books of accounts. And a summarized books of accounts are what do we get? Financial statements. Any doubt, please talk in the chat. Or should I ask you first, which chapters are tough for you? What is your request? You can also tell me. I have shared my plan with you. But your feedback is also necessary for me, no? Everybody? Are हाँ या ना? तो बोलो something बच्चों. Which chapters you find tough? Did you see my chapter number 7's marathon बच्चों earlier 2-3 days back on my channel? कुछ तो बोलो. What do you want? Which chapters you want? What sequence you like? What is your top priority? है ना बच्चों? Say something. Everybody? कौन अलग को? अरे सिर्फ यस सर यस मत करो, कुछ बोलो भी, से ऑल्सो समथिंग. चलो, प्लीज गिव योर फीडबैक्स एक्सेट्रा वॉट एवर यू वांट टू गिव सजेशन इन द कमेंट क्विकली. ओके एवरीबॉडी. और वीडियो को लाइक किया कि नहीं? हाँ, गुड. चलो. So place of keeping books of account. Ready? 128.1. Obviously, common sense. All the important documents and registers are kept at RO. RO means registered office. Clear? आगे बढ़ूं मैं. So every company to prepare and keep the books of account. Okay? And other relevant books and papers. बच्चों, where at its RO. Please pay attention. RO, which section is it? Which section is RO? Section 12, if you remember. Okay, everybody? Provided all or any of the books of accounts may be kept at such other place in India as the board of directors may decide. Pay attention. Do we require your SR? Do we require your SR? What is SR? Special resolution. Do we require SR to shift the books of accounts? Answer is no. So how do you shift the books of account? Just by simple board resolution. The board will decide. The management has to do everything with the books of account, nothing with the shareholders and members. Okay. So management will decide what to do with the books of accounts, where to keep it, but you can keep it only in India. The books of accounts should always be maintained in India. Keep that in mind. Clear? But anywhere in India is also allowed. You just have to inform ROC Babu, Are hi Ana Babu, that we have shifted our books of accounts. Clear? So check. So where such decision is taken by board and company, then the company shall within 7 days inform to Babu. Babu means ROC what? Inform number AOC 5. AOC, whenever you have a chapter name, accounts of companies, AOC, accounts of companies, that's why the form name is also a short form. Okay. File with ROC a notice of writing giving full address of that other place. That other place means what? Where have you actually kept the books of accounts? Clear? अरे बोलो हाँ. Everybody. अरे एक thumbs up तो भेजो यार कमेंट में. Come on, जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी. क्या चिंदी लोग तुम लोग? फटाफट. Everybody quickly send a thumbs up. Come on. I see 72 students live. I don't see 72 comments also. Come on, guys. Oh, Nalayako. Come on. So you can keep the books of accounts at any other location other than registered office also possible. Whose decision is it? Board of directors decision only. You need not consult with members, okay, or shareholders. So no OR, no ordinary resolution, no special resolution. Clear to everybody? Simple board resolution. Simple. And whenever you change your location of books of accounts, within 7 days you will inform Babu in AOC 5. ये हुई ना बात. Very good, Tejas and others. Arun वगैरह. Correct. Grishma, Karti, good. चलो. Rule 3. Maintenance of books of accounts in electronic form. Obviously allowed. है ना बच्चों? Now books of accounts are obviously there, you can say big, huge. So we don't these days practically maintain the books of accounts manually. We maintain them electronically. So what are the rules about it? Because where do we actually keep the books of accounts? Because they are maintained in electronic form, intangible form. है ना? So rule 3 lays on the rules for maintenance of books of accounts electronically. They shall remain, please understand and underline, they shall remain accessible in India. You can't say my books of accounts are maintained by an accountant in UK or USA. My accountant is in USA. In his laptop, my books of accounts are maintained. No, you will say you'll go there only. You know, we'll say that you go there only. We want the books of accounts, but where in India? Clearly, accessible in India. If they are even they are maintained electronically, barabar. Okay, at all times, so as to be usable in India. The financial year commencing on or after 1st day of April 23, that means it is started now, our current year. Every company who uses accounting software for maintaining books of account shall use only such accounting software. Pay attention now, which has a feature of recording audit trail. That means who changed the entries in the books of accounts, who deleted entries, or who made the entries on what date. That is called as trail. That trail but compulsorily has to be maintained in the software. Okay, so only those softwares are allowed now which maintains audit trail. From your syllabus point of view, only those accounting software are allowed बच्चों which maintains audit trail, and that audit trail cannot be disabled. Okay everybody, that audit trail बच्चों cannot be disabled. समझा? ओ नलायको. ठीक है संमिता, all of you done? बढ़े आगे. So only those accounting softwares are allowed which maintains recording audit trail, which records or maintains audit trail, and that audit trail which feature cannot be disabled. चलेगा? आगे बढ़ूं मैं? चलो. You want my these copies right now with, I mean you want my copy you have, okay, or if you want this soft copy you can always connect with me. You are given the number over here, दिया है यहाँ पे, है ना, that you can connect with me, or you can put in chat also that you want notes. I will share with you, no problem. Okay everybody, otherwise you can obviously use your ICS study material also, that is completely fine. One of the sessions बच्चों I'll also take RTP, or you can say this, I'll take what I'll take amendments. Okay, there are actually no amendments. I had already covered in my last batch, but if at all some of you are new students, then obviously I'll cover that quickly in 10 minutes. So I'll cover the amended part also. Okay? If at all you have missed it. Okay, चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग. The information received from branch office shall not be altered. Common sense. Whatever you have received, you should keep it originally as it is, and then use it for your accounting purposes. So you will not amend or change the record received from branch office. Okay, everybody. The information in electronic record of the document shall be capable of being displayed in legible. Legible form means what, bachcho? Understandable. Whatever is the accounting entries done or the entries passed in the books of accounts, electronically, they should be able to bachcho being displayed on the computer screen in an understandable manner and not in a coded manner. This coding and computer language we don't understand. It should be much capable of displaying it in a understandable manner. Hua? Chalo. The backup of books of accounts and other books and papers of the company maintained in electronic form, but including a place outside India. The Indian company may have a branch office outside India. I'm repeating once more. The Indian company may have a branch office outside India. There are banks in India. There are banks in India which has branch offices outside India. Possible. So if there is an Indian company having a branch office outside India, the books are maintained outside India. For that branch. But for that branch. So if at all you're doing that, electronically maintaining, but outside India, then they shall be kept in servers, but the server bachcho should be in India. Okay? And that backup backup. In your textbook, maybe it is written on regular basis. Now, bachcho, what is the change over there done? The backup should be taken bachcho on daily basis. You never know what a small MCQ can be asked. The backup should be taken on daily basis, weekly basis, 15 days basis, or monthly basis. Answer is what bachcho now? Daily basis. Clear? आगे बढ़े. चलो. Whatever is important, bachcho, I'll take that quickly. Okay. The company shall intimate ROC Babu on annual basis at the time of filing FS following relevant information related to service provider. Service provider means whoever is maintaining your books of accounts electronically. Okay, everybody, check karo. The name of service provider, who is maintaining your books of accounts. Okay, the internet protocol address of the service provider, location, physical address of that service provider, where the books of accounts and other books and papers are maintained on cloud. The address, the link from where we can access that particular books, and where service provider is located outside India, if at all. The name and address of person in control of the books of accounts and other books and papers in India. Okay, so even if it is a branch outside India, who controls that books of accounts in India, that person's name should be mentioned and given to ROC on annual basis. Okay, fine. आगे बढ़े हम लोग. चलो. This is completely okay. Books of branch is fine. See, branch is not a separate legal entity, so branch records will obviously keep on coming to the head office also for accounting purposes. Okay. So if proper books of accounts are maintained, if proper books of accounts relating to transactions effected at branch are kept at that office, okay, only. So proper summarized returns. That means regularly the books of accounts from branch should come to what head office. So proper summarized returns periodically are sent by the branch office to the company at its registered office. Pay attention. The books of branch are kept for open for inspection at registered office of the company or at such other place in India by any director during business hours. Important. Important now. Okay. So the director of the company can inspect the books of account. मैंने क्या बोला? The director of the company can inspect the books of account. Clear to everybody? Which books of accounts? Head office or branch office, बच्चों? Tell me quickly. All of you tell me. HO or BO? HO only, BO only, both or none? The directors are allowed to inspect the books of accounts, but which branch? But head office only, branch office only, both or none? Tell me. Answer. All of you online, फटाफट बोलो फटाफट. समझ रहे नहीं समझ रहे? बच्चों फटाफट फटाफट फटाफट. Come on, guys. Everybody. बोलो बोलो बोलो. I'm waiting for your comments. वेरी गुड तेजस. वेरी गुड वेरी गुड वेरी गुड. क्या बात है बच्चों. गुड. बाकी के लोग लाइक कर दो वीडियो को if you have not liked it yet. So please understand, the director has power. The director has power to inspect head office books, obviously, as well as branch office books. Correct? When you talk about subsidiary, that is another matter. चलेगा? Good, very good, bachcho. Please understand, this I had given in writing in batch also. A member cannot inspect books of account. Not allowed. Member can't interfere in day-to-day affairs. Clear? So member cannot inspect books of account, bachcho. However, any director is allowed to inspect books of accounts. When we say any director means what? Executive director, non-executive director, whole-time director, part-time director, independent director also. Clear? All of you clear? बोलो ठीक है, आगे बढ़े हम लोग. चलो ठीक है, फैंटास्टिक. आ जाओ रेडी बच्चों. चलो आगे बढ़ता हूँ लोग. ओके, आ जाओ. Inspection by directors. 128.3. Any director can inspect books of accounts and other books and papers of the company. Company मतलब क्या? Everybody ना, HO as well as BO है ना, during business hours. That is fine. Proviso. Important star mark. Important star mark. Important star mark. Important. Proviso. Books of subsidiary can be inspected only by authorization of BOD's resolution. Because pay attention now. Head office is not head office, but yes, head office is a separate company and subsidiary bachcho company is a separate company. You are telling person or director of one company, or you are allowing person of one company to inspect books of accounts of another company. That will be allowed bachcho only if there is, what do we pass? Board resolution. Clear? So by default, pay attention now. By default, directors has power to check their own company's HO, BO's books. But by default, our company's director doesn't have power to check बच्चों subsidiary company's books. For that, you have to pass board resolution. अरे बोलो हाँ, क्लियर? बड़े आगे, मजा आ रहा है? चलो आ जाओ बच्चों. रेडी. So inspection बच्चों can be done by, pay attention है. Such inspection can be done by director nominee, independent, promoter, or even whole time director. Any type of director बच्चों can inspect books of accounts of our own company. वो तो है ही है. And if बच्चों if this is allowed, what? If board resolution is passed, then again books of subsidiary company also. हुआ? बड़े आगे. चलो. Speed should I increase or decrease or stay remain same? Speed should I increase or decrease or remain same? बोल देना. All of you. Period of preservation of books. भाई कमेंट किया करो बीच बीच में, अदरवाइज आई विल नॉट अंडरस्टैंड हु आई एम टॉकिंग विद, है ना. इट विल बी ऑल वन साइड सेशन, मजा नहीं आएगा फिर. ओके. Period for preservation of books. For how long you have to keep books of accounts? 8 years. Minimum 8 years immediately preceding the financial year. With obviously comments, if the company is incorporated only for 3 years ago or 2 years ago, then whatever number of years are done, for that you will maintain the books of accounts. If the company is 10 years old, 30 years old, 20, 100 years old, then you have to keep books only of बच्चों last 8 financial years. Clear? आगे बढ़े. चलो. Now pay attention. CG may order books to be maintained for more than 8 years. Okay, for a company which is under investigation. Okay guys, thank you. Pay attention. Investigation. Right now bachcho we don't have that part of our syllabus. That is chapter 14 of Companies Act. Okay everybody. Inspection, inquiry, investigation. There is some problem or with the management, fraud, etc. Operation, whatever, mismanagement and all. So over there, the government is doing inspection of that company. And for that purpose, they have told the company that you don't maintain books of accounts for 8 years. You maintain books of accounts for more than 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, 14 years. Arey, haan ya na. Till the time the investigation gets carried on completely. Okay, so here the CG has power. Pay attention, 128.5. The CG has power to order company to maintain books of accounts for more than 8 years also. Samjha? Clear? This has a repercussion or effect in the next section also. 130, 131, all of that. समझे. चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. तो दिस इज पॉसिबल, बट दैट इज ओनली बच्चों बाय, बोलो क्या, सीजी ऑर्डर. 128.6 3 स्टार मैंने दिए हैं बच्चों. यहाँ पे आई हैव गिवन 3 स्टार्स ओवर हियर. यू आल्सो बाय हार्ट. ओके. पर्सन रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू मेंटेन बुक्स. आई हैड इन रेगुलर बैच आई हैव गिवन एवरीथिंग इन डिटेल, एकदम नाइसली, एकदम मस्त. आई होप दैट इज हेल्पिंग यू. ओके चलो. हु इज बच्चों रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू मेंटेन बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट? प्लीज बाय हार्ट करो इसको. बाय हार्ट. व्हेन आई ड्रॉ हार्ट, बाय हार्ट. ओके एवरीबॉडी, दिस इज अ हार्ट, but it was in brown color. I'll give it in red color. Okay, good. These questions are asked, and this when I see papers of rankers or those who have scored above 17 law, this is what I realize, bachcho. They write each and every word as and how it is in the textbook or in the notes, and that is why the reason bachcho they get marks. Okay, they write as it is. That's why I'm telling you bachcho, by heart also as it is at times. So sometimes at places the by heart is required. Chalo fatapat, chalo. Who is responsible to maintain books of accounts? Why it is important to know? Because if tomorrow non-compliance happens, these people are responsible. MD, WDD, CFO, and any person charged by the board. So here I think first three are also part of KMP, if you remember. In KMB बच्चों what do you have? Managers, CEO, chairman you have, manager you have, है ना, CS you have, CFO, the whole time director you have, CFO you have, है ना. So pay attention again one more time. MD, WTD, CFO and any other person. CFO बच्चों has to be there in both books of accounts ना, उसका तो काम ही है, that I mean it is he is part of it, है ना बच्चों. So MD, WTD, CFO and anybody बच्चों charged or you can say appointed by board. हुआ. चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग. पेनल्टी फॉर नॉन कंप्लायंस फटाफट देख लो बच्चों कितना. डायरेक्टली बच्चों इन वन ऑफ द सेक्शन व्हाट डू वी हैव हियर? इम्प्रिजनमेंट विच में एक्सटेंड टू 1 year और फाइन बच्चों कितना? नॉट लेस देन 50,000 बट मैक्सिमम 5 lakh rupees or even both for each offense, है ना. if the books of accounts are not maintained properly and these people are sitting in the management, so it is a big fees plus there is imprisonment, so it is a big risk. Okay, so some of you, I think some of the students was asking me, sir, which penalties you remember? So I told her only those penalties you remember whose sections are important. So here bachcho you can keep this penalty in mind because it is not possible to keep all the penalties by heart. Okay, so this section is important. हुआ. आगे बढ़े. Shanghai Limited बच्चों wants to maintain its books of accounts on cash basis. Is it valid? Not allowed. Cash basis बच्चों not allowed. Only बच्चों what? Accrual basis on double entry system. Clear? आगे बढ़ूँ मैं. चलो. That was the story of 128. 129. बड़े बच्चों हम लोग आगे. 135 is going to take lots of time. So even if it looks fast, but we have only 2.5 hours for one chapter, है ना बच्चों. If at all we finish earlier, then yes, then we'll take other chapter also. But आगे चलो. FS includes, we already know 5 parts if you remember that we had covered in chapter number 1, or I mean that is part of chapter number 1. All of you okay clear? क्या था बच्चों chapter 1 में? What is the part of FS? 5 things. Your this balance sheet, profit and loss account or income income or expenditure account, cash flow statement, your changes in equity if any, and lastly notes. अरे हाँ है ना. So balance sheet, P&L, या फिर income expenditures, cash flow statement, changes in equity and expenditure notes. बच्चों do, and I hope some of you might be remembering this. Is there an exception बच्चों? Anybody of you? Is there an exception over here that some companies are not required to maintain cash flow statement? Anybody, do you remember? Can you quickly type? बोलो फटाफट. लेट मी सी हु ऑल ऑफ यू रिमेंबर. बताओ बताओ बताओ. देखते हैं ना हम लोग. एनीबडी रिमेंबर? बोलो बच्चों. Which companies are not required to maintain cash flow statement? फटाफट. Nobody? Good Swaraj. स्मॉल कंपनी एक ही है क्या? ओपीसी स्मॉल कंपनी, डॉर्मेंट कंपनी एंड स्टार्टअप प्राइवेट कंपनी, है ना. ओपीसी, स्मॉल, डॉर्मेंट एंड स्टार्टअप प्राइवेट कंपनी. क्लियरली देयर आर 4 कंपनीज बच्चों. ओके, वेरी गुड तेजस, गुड आंसर, गुड. देयर आर 4 exceptions to cash flow statement, that is in chapter number 1. आगे बढ़ूं मैं. चलो. Financial year also had covered in chapter number 1. If it required again, I'll come back later on, so no issues about it. Okay. चलो. So this is nothing great, not nothing issue, but check करो. So बच्चों you can prepare 2 types of FS. FS is financial statements. One is standalone, that means only of that particular company. And बच्चों another is what? CFS. That means what? Cash flow statement. It means what? What do you mean? Not cash flow statement, sorry. Consolidated financial statements. Means what बच्चों? You are merging your own accounts along with your subsidiary or group companies accounts. That is called as consolidated financial statements. So every company is required to prepare standalone as well as CFS if at all it has subsidiary also. है ना. चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग. चलो 129.1 रेडी बच्चों. चलो देखो फटाफट क्या बोला है. कम ऑन लेट्स चेक. ट्रू एंड फेयर व्यू. एज पर 129.1, FS shall give true and fair view of the state of affairs of the company or companies. It shall comply with accounting standard. Who said that? 129 said that. Okay बच्चों, 129 said. Manish, yes. Kirti, correct. Yes. It shall bachcho comply with what? Accounting standards notified under 133 and shall be in form or formats schedule 3. This is very basic, that this is the format of your FS is coming from 129. And then 129 is telling you to follow what? Accounting standard. 129 bachcho is telling you that we should have true and fair view. And 129 bachcho is telling you that we use which format? Schedule 3. चलेगा? आगे बढ़े हम लोग. Exception is fine. See, these are your special companies. I hope you already know that. Special business companies. So here, even if you don't follow At times, some rules of Companies Act, that is completely okay because they override Companies Act. I hope you remember from section number 1. हुआ गया? चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग बच्चों. Everybody. चलो. Laying of FS. Laying मतलब क्या बच्चों? Presenting of FS. Okay. Whose responsibility it is बच्चों to prepare FS? Company. Whose responsibility is this बच्चों to get it approved from members? Company. Now when I say company means बच्चों who was the person बच्चों liable? Directors. जगास. समझा गया? Clear? चलो. At every AGM, everything is बच्चों logical. Just the thing is that the sequence is here and there. है ना? AGM we have learned in section 96 itself. At every AGM of a company, the BODs of the company shall lay. Whose responsibility? Correct. BODs. है ना? Shall lay before such meeting. Before means what? In front of. Before बच्चों means what? In front of. Before such meeting, FS for the financial year. If you remember बच्चों 1022. 102 bracket 2. Anybody can tell me what is 102 bracket 2? That is what is the level I expect from you. Anybody can tell me what is बच्चों 102 bracket 2? Nobody? Nobody बच्चों? Come on guys. Nobody? Hey Bhagwan. It is बच्चों ordinary business. It is what? Ordinary business. There are 4 ordinary business. Dividend declaration, director's appointment, auditor's appointment, and reports. Reports mean what? FS, financial statements, your board's report, and auditor's report to be approved. Okay, everybody? Clear or no? है ना बच्चों? That is what your ordinary businesses. ठीक है? हुआ क्या? आगे बढ़े हम लोग बच्चों. Let's go ahead, everybody. Okay. Let's go ahead. कहाँ पे थे हम लोग? So at every AGM, because see, 1022 bracket 2 ordinary businesses tells you that you have to show reports in AGM. That's why here बच्चों they are also putting it vice versa in 129.2 that you have to show FS where? In AGM. Show means what? Get it approved from the members. चलेगा? चलो. Console star mark 129.3. Okay, 129 subsection 3. Ready बच्चों? You are not convinced? Then I'll quickly show you. किधर गया बच्चों? Chapter 7. Just a minute, okay? I've done chapter 7 properly just in last week only. And you forgot, those who were there. I'm sharing a link over here in chat if you want. I'm sharing a link over here in chat if you want. Is it? I don't know. Is it usable or not? Is it clickable or is it clickable? I don't think so. No. Anyways, but can you see बच्चों? This is ordinary business. हुआ? आगे बढ़े हम लोग. चलो. Ready everybody? चलो. Where are we? CFS. Where a company has one or more subsidiaries. Pay attention. Where a company has one or more subsidiaries or even associate company. Where a company has one or more subsidiary or even associate companies. It shall, in addition to its FS, that is standalone, also prepare CFS. Pay attention. Not just subsidiary but also associate company you have to merge together. Okay, याद रखो. Important. Yes? With subsidiary and associate company and will also be presented in AGM along with standalone. That means 2 types of FS will be presented in your AGM. Which one? First one is standalone, other one is CFS, consolidated financial statements. When do we have to present CFS? Only if we have associate companies with you or subsidiary companies with you. Subsidiary. Chalega? Chalo. The company shall also attach with its FS a separate statement containing the important features of its subsidiaries or subsidiary and associate company. That means you don't have to attach FS of each and every company. You don't have to attach FS of each and every company. You can just give us a small summary that why this company is important to us, or what is the important features of this company. Simple. So that is like a report of those subsidiary or associate companies. बड़े आगे हम लोग चलेगा. चलो. Exemptions. That means what? CFS is बच्चों not required. Okay. CFS is बच्चों what? Not required. चलेगा. आ जाओ. A wholly owned subsidiary or a partially owned subsidiary of another company and all its other members having intimated in writing do not object to the company not presenting CFS. That means the members themselves are okay. But you want to check here. And all its other members. That means what? The members which themselves are okay not to. है ना? They are okay with what बच्चों? Not to present the FS with CFS. So in that case, it is not required to maintain CFS. If a company whose securities are not listed, okay, on any stock exchange, whether in India or even outside India, then such companies are not required to prepare CFS. Okay, please understand over here. Even if they are listed outside India, they have to prepare CFS if they have subsidiary or associate. If a company is listed outside India and the same company is not listed in India, still बच्चों it has to prepare CFS if it has subsidiary or associate. Clear? समझा? आगे बढ़ूँ मैं? चलेगा? And last one, its ultimate or any intermediate holding company files consolidated financial statements with the BABU, with the ROC. Check here. I'll give you a small example. If A holds B and B holds C, if A holds B and B holds C, and बच्चों A has the duty, so A is the ultimate holding company. So if your A files CFS, then बच्चों B need not file CFS because B is also holding company of C. So technically speaking, B should prepare its own FS. B can prepare its CFS with B and C, isn't it, everybody? But B company need not prepare CFS because its ultimate holding company has बच्चों already filed CFS with ROC. समझा everybody? अरे बोलो हाँ. Clear or no? ठीक है ना बच्चों? बोलो quickly. बढ़े आगे हम लोग. चलो. Let's go ahead everybody. फटाफट. So there are 3 exceptions when members themselves are okay not to present CFS. Second one, बच्चों what? The securities, the company is not listed in India or even outside India. So again, need not prepare CFS. And third, बच्चों, if it's ultimate holding company has prepared CFS, then the intermediate बच्चों holding company need not prepare CFS. चलो, आगे बढ़ते हम लोग. Penalty for non-compliance. फटाफट. Again, you had asked me ना, what is important or not? Yes, this is important. 129. Ready, बच्चों? MD, WTD, CFO, any other person who's appointed, they are responsible if 129 is not followed. Correct? If not, I mean, if there is no person in the company who is MD, if there is no person in the company who is WTD or CFO, but then who are responsible? All board of directors. अरे हाँ, all board of directors. Hello, आर्यो. सुनाओ ने. I think even Kamte was there. Okay, Sanmita. Okay, yes. आगे बढ़े हम लोग बच्चों. All right, yeah. कितना imprisonment number how much? Which may extend to 1 year max. Fine how much? Minimum 50,000, max 5 lakh rupees, or even both. Imprisonment plus fine, both is possible. Clear चलिए? चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग. Important है. चलेगा? So if these officers are appointed in the company, then they are responsible. But if they are not there or they are not appointed in the company, then all the board of directors बच्चों are responsible. चलेगा? Okay. चलो. The BODs of company want to circulate unaudited accounts. चलेगा क्या बच्चों? In AGM, is it okay? The BOD बच्चों wants to circulate what? Unaudited accounts. Is it possible? No. Only audited बच्चों FS needs to be circulated in the AGM. हुआ? आगे बढ़े? Yes. चलो आगे बढ़ते हम लोग. Ready? Periodical FS or financial statements. Please star mark here. There was a question asked 2 attempts before on this. Okay. Listed companies, what is the story behind it? Listed companies are required to prepare FS on quarterly basis. When I say prepare means properly audited on quarterly basis. Okay, all of you? So, however, there can be certain very, very big companies, but they are not listed. They are very, very big companies, but they are not listed. And then regularly what used to happen, they had to prepare FS only yearly. So you are even to catch those companies which are very big companies but not listed. Again, I'm repeating, big companies but they are not listed. So to catch those companies also, we are telling that even you should prepare your FS on a regular basis, maybe on quarterly basis. Now check. That's why for them a new section had been introduced, 129A. For certain prescribed classes of unlisted companies, please underline here, highlight, bold, italics, tattoo, unlisted companies. MCQ was asked on this. Which type of companies, बच्चों? Unlisted company. Again, let me ask you, unlisted बच्चों includes public or private or both? Unlisted बच्चों companies include public or private or both? Tell me बच्चों quickly. बच्चों सब लोग बोलो फटाफट. Everybody. Unlisted companies include both or private or public? Answer is बच्चों both. Clear? Please याद रखो. These are small basic things. Okay. I hope this much is very much clear. Good. So unlisted बच्चों companies include both public as well as private. So what is the condition 129A mainly for unlisted companies? Bus that much you remember. 129A is mainly for बच्चों what? Unlisted companies. बस है ना? CG may require prepare FS on regular basis, obtain board approval and complete audit and or limited review of such periodical FS. FS financial statements, okay, or financial results. Statement is for the year, but whatever. So you can get audited बच्चों even for quarterly period, okay, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, etc. etc. For 3 months audit is done. Yes, possible if the government gives the order. That's XYZ types of companies have to prepare FS, audited FS, okay, for a so and so period. Clear to all of you? And file copy with ROC within how many days? 30 days of completion of the relevant period. That means what? Of the completion of the relevant period. That means if you're tomorrow they decide quarterly, you have to file FS. So as soon as one quarter is done, example, the quarter is just an example. So as soon as the quarter is done, after that within 30 days, this audited FS, audited बच्चों FS has to be uploaded with Babu, ROC. Clear? आगे बढ़े. So please focus 30 days after end of the period, it should be uploaded with ROC. And which type of company बच्चों? 129A is for unlisted company. चलो, let's go on to 130. Ready बच्चों? अरे बोलो हाँ. चालू करें हम लोग. Reopening of accounts on courts or tribunals order. Reopening of accounts on court or tribunals order. Ready बच्चों? अच्छा. It provides for opening of books of accounts and recasting its FS up to what? Last 8 years. Immediately preceding the year in which the application is made to tribunal. But who will go to who? The CG, income tax, SEBI or any statutory body can go to whom बच्चों? Babu. Babu not Babu, sorry. Tribunal. Auntie. अरे हाँ है ना? Tribunal auntie. What? Auntie complain. What complain? That these companies not doing all the things properly. Fraudulent activities. है ना? Fraud. So बच्चों what can happen? They're asking, demanding to open the books of accounts again. When you say open the books of accounts means again, but should all look at all the entries and recast. That means do the accounting again, do the audit again, prepare the FS again. Are ha ya na? Clear? So for how long, bacho, you can go back 8 years. Why now, bacho, 8 years? Because it was given in section 128 that you have to prepare books of accounts for how many years? 8 years maximum, or you should maintain for last 8 years. Barabar? Correct? Chalo. But when can you go to the tribunal? In case with earlier accounts were prepared in a fraudulent manner, or which office or what? Mismanaged. Samjha? Leading to suspicion on the books. The accounts so revised or recast shall be final. That means you can't reopen the books n number of times for a financial year. Once recast, they are final. That means revision bachcho is allowed only once for a financial year. Samjha? Please understand this also. If CG, government bachcho orders under section 125 to maintain books of accounts more than 8 years, then bachcho even reopening is बच्चों valid for more than 8 years. Just now today only we discussed. कुछ याद आया कि नहीं? Tell me फटाफट. कुछ समझा कि नहीं? Today only we discussed. If government says that if there is an order, inquiry, investigation going on against you, you have to maintain books of accounts for 10 years. 10 years. If the government has given the order, you have to maintain books of accounts for 10 years. Then bachcho, can reopening happen for 9th or 10th year? Answer is yes. Because government has ordered to keep the books for 10 years, then bachcho, even the reopening under this section can ever happen for 9 or 10 years. That is more than 8 years. Clear बोलो हाँ. All of you. बढ़े आगे. चलो. समझा ना? 130. So tell me, is the company going themselves to the tribunal to reopen the books? Because practically speaking, though, it's not possible to reopen the books on your own. Okay, so here somebody else is going to the tribunal as a complaint to reopen the books of the company. So this is बच्चों in a way बच्चों involuntary conversion, not conversion, but involuntary बच्चों opening of the books. Clear है? समझा बच्चों? अरे बोलो हाँ. Ready? चलो आगे बढ़े. Good. 131 चलेगा ना? 131 वॉलंटरी ओपनिंग. क्या बच्चों? वॉलंटरी ओपनिंग. वॉलंटरी रिविजन ऑफ एफएस और बोर्ड रिपोर्ट. चलेगा? That means are we doing on our own? Yes. Suo moto है ना? Remember, I hope you remember the word suo moto है ना बच्चों? Check here. If in the opinion of directors, that means who can complain now or who can बच्चों take the steps? Directors of the company. Okay? Of the company. The FS or director's report. FS means just now we saw in 129. Or director's report बच्चों 134 we are going to check now. Do not comply with section 129 or 134. है ना? That means they are not in compliance with section 129 or 134. Okay? The revision of the same of the last 3 years only is possible if the application is made to tribunal and tribunal allows the same. In section 130, okay, pay attention, in section 130, you can go behind 8 years. In section 131, you can go बच्चों behind only 3 years. समझा सभी को बच्चों? बोलो फटाफट. अरे बोलो हाँ. सभी ने वीडियो को लाइक किया कि नहीं? चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग. ऑल ऑफ यू. चलो आगे बढ़ता हूँ. रेडी बच्चों? So voluntary opening बच्चों possible only for last 3 years, है ना? A copy of such tribunal to be filed with Babu. That means the company बच्चों, the director will apply to tribunal. The tribunal will give pass an order, है ना? So copy of such order of tribunal should also have to be बच्चों filed with what? Babu, ROC. Tribunal shall give notice. Auntie, it is like auntie बच्चों बजाएं घंटी. अरे हाँ या ना? देखो 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 क्या हो गया है ना? That they are opening their books of accounts again. So the auntie, Miss Tribunal auntie, shall give notice to CG, okay, income tax, telling them that the company is opening the books. You can come and check if at all you want, or if at all you approve, or if you have any objections, rejections, whatever it is, give the comment. है ना बच्चों? If any, and the representation which made by who, CG or income tax, if any, will be considered by a tribunal before passing the order. हुआ? Such revised FS. सच बच्चों और रिवाइज्ड एफएस है ना बच्चों? क्लियर लियो? और रिपोर्ट शैल नॉट बी प्रिपेयर्ड और फाइल्ड मोर देन वंस इन अ ईयर. दैट मींस अगेन बच्चों 1 year 1 रिवीजन. क्या बोला मैंने बच्चों? 1 year 1 रिवीजन. चेक हियर, आई हैव गिवन हियर. दैट इज 1 रिवीजन per year. However, revisions relating to multiple years can be carried out in one single year. Okay, bouncer, check here. Let me say बच्चों we are in, let us say 23 24 चलेगा. In this year we want to बच्चों what? Make changes to FS or BR, but how many years can we go back? 22 23 21 22 and 2021 चलेगा बच्चों? is it possible? अरे हाँ या ना? बोलो हाँ. Yes. That is these type of questions are asked. Which is the last year, what is the period up to which we can do all the changes and all of that, है ना बच्चों? Clear लिया? बढ़ू मैं आगे. Fine. So you can't go beyond these earlier years. चलेगा? Yes, Kamte, very good. Yes, fantastic. So in this year, can I bachcho carry out 2021 revision? Yes, I can carry out. Can bachcho in this year, can I carry out 21 22 revision bachcho? Also yes, possible. Can I carry out the revision of 2021 again? No. So once revision is done, it will not be repeated. Clear or no bachcho? अरे बोलो हाँ या ना? But can I carry out more than 1 year's revision in one single year? Yes. समझा? All of you okay? So check what I've written. Revisions related to different years can be carried out in one single year. But once you've done the revision of a particular year, you cannot again revise it. ना? कितने बार revise करोगे? Now, also, reasons for revision of such FS or report shall also be disclosed in the board report of the relevant year in which such revision is being made. That means what? Now check. The same example I was giving you. In 23-24, you made changes to let us say 2021 है ना, अरे हाँ है ना बच्चों. So here in this years, in 2024 years boards report, you will बच्चों mention, क्या what will बच्चों mention about revision, है ना, because that is the highlight of the year ना. That is बच्चों what one of the highlights of the year, that in the current year we have done बच्चों what revision of one of the years. समझा क्या सभी को बच्चों? All of you fine? Okay, good, good, good. बढ़े आगे? In this speed तो I think we will finish this chapter. All right. चलेगा? 132 NAFRA. Section 132 बच्चों what? NAFRA. तो मतलब question is never asked on NAFRA, but powers of NAFRA we should know. And also we should know about NAFRA rules. Okay, it looks a little bit tricky or different. Okay. All of you बच्चों, have you stored my number? Tell me बच्चों एक बार before I proceed to the next section. I see most of you. I have stored most of you numbers. Okay, you can screenshot this number and send me a message today itself if at all I have not stored a number, or if at all you want to ask any doubts. Okay, please send your name also if at all you want, because only then I solve doubts of those students whose number I have stored. Otherwise, unknown messages I don't reply, bacho. Okay, so if at all you want to solve any doubts or ask any doubts, please message me at this number. Chalega. Also, I have already taken chapter 7. I don't know how many of you already also subscribed to my channel. Have you subscribed? Bolo fatafat. Have you subscribed to my channel also, bachcho? I sent a link here, but that is not a clickable link because I am not the admin of this account na bachcho, this channel, है ना? Have you subscribed bachcho? फटाफट बोल दो. Because I'll be taking sessions beyond our regular sessions also later on after over there, है ना? Like compiler series, MCQ series, something or the other I can take. चलेगा? All of you? Fine. So I hope you have, because, and then I hope you're also getting my messages, because I keep on sending messages, है ना? I hope do you get much of my messages? I put it in some broadcast list. So only if you have stored my number, then only bachcho you will get my messages, okay? Because important updates, amendments also I'll keep on sending, है ना बच्चों? So please, without fail, send me a message over here if you have already not, if I have not stored your number. याद रहेगा? Yes, Deepna, I already have a number. Deepna, I have. Yes, yes, beta, I have. Deepna Narayan, I have. है ना? And I hope you are in my broadcast list. I hope you get my messages. है ना बच्चों? चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके रखो, because important updates are always there. है ना? चलेगा? So on that note, let's go ahead. Kartikeya is there or no? Kartikeya, I missed that batch. It was a good fun. Okay, I had a very good, you can say, a session with you guys. 10 days. Obviously, yours also. Kamte and Arya, I can see you here. Sonani also, I can see you here. We had a good batch in this entire 2023. है ना बच्चों? Yes. And I got good attendance at your ODP batch also. Or more, I hope most of you were there till the last day. So you took the benefit. है ना? And I hope now you are not regretting that you did not pay attention here and there, or you made me shout in the batch a lot, है ना? Without mic and all. है कि नहीं? Yeah. So I hope you are in good position right now of studies. Right? Whenever I'll come next to Udupi, I hope your exams are done, I guess. Yeah, that time we will be able to meet. है ना बच्चों? And I hope to hear that your exams were good. समझा? नलायको. चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग. Girls were, my goodness, tough in your batch, very tough. Constitution of NAFRA. They are like a superior body over and above ICAI. Okay. What is it the work of the NAFRA? What is the work of NAFRA? Recommend, enforce, monitor the compliance of accounting, but as well as auditing standards. Samjha? Please keep this in mind. Overall, you should know what is, if at all you get to 1 mark or 2 mark question, you know what is the role of NAFRA? Recommend, enforce, monitor. What recommend, enforce, monitor compliance of accounting as well as auditing standards. 129 said books of accounts maintain karo. 129 said prepare FS and follow accounting standards. So it is actually getting followed or not, that is the role also, duty also, power also of NAFRA. Yes, Chelia? Check. oversee the quality of service, we guys, of the professions associated with ensuring compliance with such standards. Now, who is obviously going to follow accounting and auditing standards? Chartered accountants, professionals, auditors, है ना? And suggest measures required for improvement in quality of service. So they can give recommendation how to improve the service. NAFRA people will tell us. Okay, nice. So oversee the quality of service of the professions which are attached with these accounting and auditing standards. चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग. Now NAFRA again, composition of NAFRA, I don't think it is very important, but chairperson is there, part-time, full-time employee, not more than 15. Okay, not more than 15. Chalo. Chairperson and members, this you can keep in mind. Chairperson and members who are in a full-time employment of NAFRA, there should not be much of conflict of interest. That's why they are not allowed to be partner, or you can say associated with any auditing firm. So chairperson and members who are in full-time employment of NAFRA shall not be associated with any audit firm during the course of their appointment, but also very important, and 2 years after ceasing to hold such appointment. Important. And the common sense, during when they are in the NAFRA as whole-time member, that time they should not be associated in any role with any auditing firm. And even but when they leave NAFRA for next 2 years, they cannot be associated with any auditing firm. Conflict of interest. Samjha? They can influence, manage this and that. So not allowed. आगे बढ़े. Powers of NAFRA, they can have power to investigate is okay. Again, I'm not going into that. What is important that what you will come to over there. Okay. चलो यहाँ पे. If the misconduct is proved, that means some professional from our field CA is not doing the work properly or ethically, and there is a professional misconduct, or you can say accounting or auditing standards were not properly followed. Accounting standards, he has not properly checked only, and auditing standards, but he has not followed. So there is definitely a professional misconduct, and that is proved. Proved is something different, but not just alleged. Alleged means something somebody is complaining. Proved means what? There is an evidence that this guy was pathetic. So if this is proved, the power, but what power NAFRA has? Imposing penalty minimum 1 lakh, and maximum how much? 5 times of the fees received for individuals. If the professional is individual, because you can have individual or firm. So if our CA is guy, and a CA is bacho individual, then what bacho? 1 lakh to 5 times. Minimum 1 lakh, maximum 5 times the fees received. Okay. If the defaulting party is a firm, then bacho minimum 5 lakhs, but max 10 times the fees received. Clear dear? Bade aage. And check here. Debarring the member or the firm from engaging himself or itself as an auditor, internal auditor 139, internal auditor 138, undertaking any audit in respect of FS or internal audit of the functions and activities of any company or body corporate, or performing any valuation, even that is one of the rules of Companies Act under section 247, for a minimum of 6 months to maximum of 10 years. These things you should keep in mind. Okay, not very high important, but bacho important. Mansa, sir, is there any easy way to remember the penalties? I will suggest do limited only, because go section wise or arrange short, or you can make a small summary. I will suggest. Don't make for each and every section. Okay. So what is debarring here? Debarring means what? Means what? Not allowed. Not allowed as an auditor or internal auditor or a registered valuer. 3 things. Auditor 139, internal auditor 138, and valuation officer or valuer registered valuer 247 not allowed. Clear? For minimum 6 months, max 10 years. हुआ? आगे बढ़े? चलो. चलो रेडी बच्चों? आ जाओ. CG made the NAFRA rules 2018. Okay. As per NAFRA rules, Rule 3, the classes of companies and bodies corporate governed by NAFRA. Okay. So here, bacho, pay attention. Depending on the materiality level means what, bacho? Importance level. The government has given that on certain companies, NAFRA rules will be applicable. Haan ya na? NAFRA rules will be applicable. Which are those companies? Companies whose securities are listed on any stock exchange, whether in India or even bacho what? Outside India. Listed company. Listed in India, even outside India, NAFRA is applicable on the same, or NAFRA rules are applicable on the same. Chalega? समझ रहे हो ना? आगे. Unlisted public companies, because but unlisted can be private also. That's why now here very much clarification is given. Unlisted public companies. समझा क्या? Oh nalaiko. Unlisted public companies having PUC of not less than 500 crores, or having annual turnover of बच्चों not less than 1000 crores, or having an aggregate outstanding loans, debentures or deposits of not less than 500 crore as on 31st March of the immediately preceding financial year. हे माता जी, मतलब क्या? Small company or big company? Big company. Private or public? Public. Listed is already covered in point number A. So unlisted public company. Now how do we say it is a big company? PUC बच्चों not more than, not at least 500 crores, or turnover बच्चों at least 1000 crores, or outstanding amounts, all of these at least 500 crores. If any of these conditions are hit, then on you the NAFRA rules or NAFRA provisions are applicable. चलेगा? Then your special sectors, insurance, banking, then electricity, है ना, and special act. So this we are already seen in section number 1 also. So if you're a special act company, then on you NAFRA rules are also automatically applicable. This can be very much asked bachcho in MCQ, very much possible. Which of the following companies NAFRA rules are applicable or are not applicable? Very much possible. Samjha? So please understand by heart this. Then any body, corporate or company or person or any class of bodies, corporate or etc. on a reference made to NAFRA by CG in public interest. So even CG has, you can say, emergency power that it can leave, not leave, but tell NAFRA to go and check a particular company because it is in public interest. You know, some fraud is happening. So your CG Bacho has power to order NAFRA to go and check a particular company, even if it is not, you can see, getting covered in remaining all of these conditions. समझा क्या? नालायक हो? Okay? अरे बोलो हाँ. Point number ये बच्चों too good, amazing. Read. A body corporate, incorporate or registered outside India. So it is bachcho what? Registered outside India, which is a subsidiary or associate of an Indian company. Okay. If the income or net worth or such subsidiary or associate company exceeds 20% of consolidated income or net worth of such company as may be referred to in clauses A to D above. Bouncer गया क्या? बच्चों समझा या बाउंसर राइट डाउन, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. देयर नो नीड टू हैव एनी शेम और वरी. रजत भाई, आई गॉट योर मैसेज. नमस्कार. somebody else also messaged me. Damodar Bhatt, namaskar. Yes, you guys can also message me. Okay, you can see my number. So only if I have a number I can see and connect with you. I can send you important links, बच्चों. There are so many things always to share with you guys, है ना. Some important updates, news, है ना. You should be also connected with me. That is the reason. बोलो बच्चों, मैं what was I asking you? समझा या बाउंसर गया? Point number E. Or should I explain? Obviously I have not explained, but will I go in detail? Should I go in detail? बोलो फटाफट. Let's quickly do it. बोलो फटाफट, कुछ तो बोलो रे बाबा. अरे वरना इधर इमोजीज तो भेजा करो. इमोजीज, you see lots of emojis here, है ना. ओ नालायको, come on guys. Everybody, बच्चों, प्यारे प्यारे बच्चों. Waiting for your messages on comment. Everybody. Okay, good. 68 live, 56 likes. Wrong, very wrong. Chalo, I'll quickly touch upon this part. Okay, point number E. Okay, all of you, just for your understanding. Now check. See, what are they saying? There is an Indian company. On this Indian company, NAFRA rules are applicable. Why? Because it gets covered in point number A to D. Now, what is point number A to D? This one. Either it is listed in India or outside India, or it is unlisted public company, or it is your special sector company, or if at all it was registered, or if at all it was referred by CG. So I'll just quickly write down here. Pay attention. This is your India. So this is my Indian company. Samjha? Now on this Indian company already NAFRA is applicable. Why? Because of clause number A or B or C or D is getting applicable. Samjha? Because of clause number A, B, C, D. Okay. Now this Indian company has a foreign subsidiary or an associate company. Okay, everybody? Now we are seeing that even if this is a separate legal entity, but even if it is a foreign company, still on this, NAFRA is also applicable. NAFRA rules are applicable if conso. Now, what is conso? Consolidated. Okay? If the overall income of your foreign company and your Indian company, okay, when we take conso, consolidated, in that this foreign company or subsidiary bachcho company is getting income of more than 20%. Not getting, generating bachcho the income of more than 20%. Okay, everybody? That means pay attention. Let me just quickly touch upon it. If my conso income, okay, check what are the wordings used. Conso income or net worth. Okay, pay attention. Okay, conso income or net worth. Example बच्चों is 100. Okay, everybody? अरे हाँ या ना? Now out of this 100, when you are adding both of them, this foreign company's income बच्चों is more than 20%. कुछ समझा क्या नहीं अभी? It is substantial or no? That means it is substantial or no? Yes. In the conso, when you add both of them, this foreign bachcho company has more than 20% contribution in the consolidated income or consolidated net worth. Then bachcho, this foreign company is also substantial. समझा क्या? So on this foreign company also NAFRA is applicable. अरे बोलो हाँ. Literally all of you. समझे कि नहीं बच्चों? Yes, Deepna, I'll send the material. है ना? All of you okay? आगे बढ़ूँ मैं बच्चों? Is it clear? I hope now. क्या नाम था इसका? मानसा. Okay. Simply that let's quickly give a small summary. On Indian company, NAFRA was applicable. This Indian company has a foreign subsidiary or associate company, and when we take conso, the foreign company has बच्चों contribution of more than 20% in the conso income or conso net worth. समझा? चलो good. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Accounting time pass. 130 is useless. चलो आगे बढ़े. चलो 134. FS or B are very big section. ये 135 is also बच्चों very big section. It goes into pages and pages. है ना बच्चों? चलो समिता, स्वराज, yes guys. चलो. Okay, FSBR. The auditor's report is to be attached. Pay attention. Auditor's report is to be bachcho attached what with every FS. There are three things we always need to attach. FS plus auditor's report. पहले let me write down. Board's report plus बच्चों what? Auditor's report. समझा क्या? AR is auditor's report. And all of this together बच्चों we call them as what? Annual report. झेपा मतलब समझा. All of you. बढ़िया. चलो. Then, so auditor's report is what attached with every FS. Even director's report has to be attached with FS. Wow. That means wherever FS will go, the BR and AR auditor's report will also go. So if you're circulating financial statements, you also have to together with it also circulate or give बच्चों board's report as well as auditor's report. समझा? बढ़े आगे. Authentication of FS very important. बच्चों are given here 3 star by heart. Authentication बच्चों of what? FS. Who will sign? है ना? So before submission to the auditor for his report, the FS including CFS shall be approved by the board. It is बच्चों responsibility of company to prepare the FS. So it is responsibility of the company to authenticate or authorize the FS. So before the auditor signs, the company has to sign. This is the actual practice. समझा? So BODs will approve the FS before they are signed on their behalf, at least by heart. There are 4 you can say over here बच्चों places. Yeah, I hope you can see here 4. First one is what? Chairperson of the company. समझा? Are you not chairperson of the meeting now? Chairperson of the company, where he is authorized by the board. Clear? If the chairperson does not sign, then at least by 2 directors, of them one shall be what? MD, managing director. Clear? Then, I hope this is understood. The first place you can say, In this first place, who will sign? The chairperson of the company. If it does not sign, then बच्चों in that place only. But who will? How many people will sign? Two directors will sign. Out of them, one should be MD. Then another designation. Who बच्चों? CEO. Whether or not he is a director in the company. Okay. Earlier there was a rule that CEO should be director. That is not important now. If he is a CEO, his name is CEO. He should sign. His name is his designation is CEO. He should sign the FS. CFO. Yesterday, everybody, if it is if wherever he is appointed, that means if he is a part of the company. And same thing with CS. And again, if it is part of the company, if they are appointed, the compulsory बच्चों on these many case studies are asked. Many case studies are asked. Okay, everybody. बढ़े हम लोग आगे. चलो. One person company. Time pass. Only one director will sign the FS. There is no big issue at all. है ना? So please buy heart. Here बच्चों who will sign chairperson or two directors out of which one will be what बच्चों? Panna. Okay. Hmm. Who will bachcho what? So there will be what? Chairperson, he will sign, or instead of that, two directors out of which one will be MD. CEO, CFO if appointed, and CS if appointed. Clear? OPC, one director only. बढ़े आगे? चलो. आ जाओ. The board's report shall be prepared. So 134 बच्चों now. Next one. Board's report shall be prepared on based on stand-alone FS, because that board of directors बच्चों are directors of that company. They are not directors of all the subsidiary companies by default, ना. अरे हाँ है ना. Clearly all of you. समझा बच्चों? तो board report shall be prepared based on standalone statements of the company and shall report on the highlights of performance of subsidiaries, associates, and JVs and their contribution in the overall performance of the company. That is complete. That is okay. So boards or the directors बच्चों are prima facie giving report based on their own company, ना, and just the highlights of the subsidiary companies. समझा? Now these things you have to bachcho by heart a little bit. Contents of board's report. I've given a heart over here, that means you have to by heart. I'll just quickly go through that, okay? Number of meetings of the board, then details of fraud reported by auditors, company's policy on directors appointment and remuneration, the directors appointment and remuneration rules, the details of loans, guarantees, investments, company affairs, important changes in financial position of the company, etc., etc. Here, what do we have? Directors responsibility report. Okay, this is again a part of the board's report. Declaration by independent directors that they are independent, they are not, in any way influenced by the management. Comments by board on the remarks made by auditor and CS. Then some details of important contracts, agreements, amounts carried into reserves or paid by dividend, etc. Okay, CSR policy and initiatives. There are few of them which you can bachcho by heart. CSR is important. Okay, DRR is important. Okay, these two, three things. Number of meetings is very easy to remember. So at least 4 items you can by heart. समझा? आगे बढ़े? Check. Listed of the other public companies, listed companies or other public companies. Okay. Or you can say which other public companies whose PUC is at least 25 crores shall contain statement of annual evaluation of performance of the board. So how is the board performing? How are the directors, the good, bad, attending or not attending, contributing to the company, etc., etc. That even a report has to be prepared. And that will be much a part of what? Board's report. A report on directors. Okay, a report about directors will be there as part of what? Board's report. समझा क्या? चलो. Here, there is no point in me revising part quickly. Rule it, but also talk about other matters which should be there in part of board report. Check. I'll just highlight quickly. The details of directors or KMP appointed or resigned during the year. Then subsidiaries JV, which became or ceased to be. That means new subsidiaries or new JVs or new associate companies, or some of them which you have no longer with you now. Details of deposits accepted during the year, remaining unpaid or unclaimed. Whether there is any default in payment of deposit or interest. These things should be highlighted बच्चों where in your board's report. समझा क्या? बढ़े आगे. Then क्या था और? Date of deposit, okay. IFC. Adequacy of IFC. Internal financial controls are there or not, and they are sufficient or not. Okay. Then cost records are maintained or not under section 148 last section. बराबर की नहीं बच्चों? That is okay. That is fine. That is also fine. That is completely बच्चों okay. समझा? Rule 8 is not applicable to OPC or small company. बच्चों, what are you going to mention in small companies board report? बच्चों, कुछ है क्या उसमें कुछ खास? Nothing बच्चों. Okay? And who this OPC is going to give report to? Himself only. Illogical, na? Or even small company not that significant for Companies Act. Okay? All of you with me? Oh, nalaiko. Chalo. So 134 3A. The CG may prescribe. 3A means new subsection, important. The CG may prescribe. Average. I hope average prospectus you remember. That means a short summary prospectus, hai na? For OPC and small company. Please remember, there is a small, क्या था वो? MGT 7A. Do you remember MGT 7A? बोलो फटाफट MGT 7A. Anybody of you? कुछ किसी को कुछ याद आ रहा है? MGT 7A. Sushant Shetty, I got your message. Thank you. Good evening. Everybody. बोलो. MGT 7A. Anybody? Come on. अभी क्या मेंटीमीटर क्विज लूँ क्या तुम्हारा MCQ का? MCQ क्विज लूँ? नहीं ना? Kamte, very good answer. Srujan, very good answer. Good. Very good answer. Good guys. Come on. Yes. Very good are you. So MGT 7 बच्चों किसके लिए खास? It is for which companies? OPC and small companies. So please understand there are flexibilities now, or you can say what? Less compliances, reduced compliances for OPC and small companies. Okay everybody? Yes Prasanna. Yes. बढ़िया आगे हम लोग. Good. So here also annual you check बच्चों board report. You want to summarize small average board report is can be prescribed बच्चों for which companies? Small and OPC. OPC बच्चों पे quickly यार. Let's finish OPC. OPC is time pass actually. OPC, the report for OPC, the report of the BOD is to be attached to FS. Under this section shall mean a report containing explanation or comments by a board on every qualification, reservation or adverse remarks given by the auditor. For OPC, what is going to happen if the auditor gives negative remarks, negative or you can say qualified remarks. Qualified means negative remarks. On that, whatever is your own remarks, that remarks will be called as board report. Nothing else, okay? Everybody okay here? So OPC replying, the OPC बच्चों, owner or member of OPC replying to auditor's comments will be बच्चों deemed as what? Board's report. Nothing else. चलेगा? DRR again from my point of view, you can just keep in mind nothing great. DRR, okay? DRR बच्चों again I'm repeating is part of board's report. In short, if at all I give you summary, the directors are taking responsibility that we are responsible with this, we are responsible with that and all of that. Okay, let's quickly go through it. That the director should mention that they are responsible for annual accounts. They have followed accounting standards. With explanation of relating to material departures. Material departures means what? Important or significant non-compliance. If they are not following certain things. Then they have prepared on going concern basis. All the estimates whatever they have done are reasonable and prudent so as to give true and fair view. Okay. Check here. आगे क्या दिया बच्चों? They've taken proper care for what? Maintenance of adequate accounting records. See, pay attention. The point is what? Whatever director says is our responsibility now will be later on checked by auditor also. So directors ने ये किया नहीं किया, all those things बच्चों will be checked by auditor also. Okay. Then important, the directors are prepared annual accounts on going concern basis. I hope you're understanding section 128, 129 we saw. But ultimately all the responsibility is coming on directors. Not auditor. Auditor's work is to give an opinion only, not prepare. Preparation duties of directors. But then there is IFC, internal financial controls in the company, and they are adequate and working properly. But again, Panna and Karthik jokes were very famous. Karthik, are you there or no? Karthik, come in na beta. Prasanna, Anna, Panna, you there or no? मजा आया था बैच में. And where is our duplicate that? You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, nice guys, you are nice guys. बढ़े आगे हम लोग. साइनिंग ऑफ बोर्ड्स रिपोर्ट. फिर से जस्ट लाइक बच्चों 129 वी हैड सीन 129 हु विल साइन एफएस. तो सिमिलरली बच्चों दिस इज आल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट बच्चों हु विल साइन बोर्ड्स रिपोर्ट. चलेगा. कॉमन सेंस हियर सीएस बच्चों कैन नॉट साइन बोर्ड्स रिपोर्ट. अच्छा अन्ना यू देयर पन्ना गुड. Okay, shall be signed by chairperson of the company if authorized by board. If he cannot do it, then बच्चों at least two directors, one of बच्चों whom shall be MD. That's it. Simple. तो chairperson, if not chairperson बच्चों then who? At least two directors, one of them बच्चों should be what? MD. अरे हाँ बच्चों लाइक कर दिया वीडियो को है ना. आउटसाइड गो आउटसाइड द लाइव कमेंट इफ यू वांट एंड लाइक द वीडियो. क्लियर. आगे बढ़ू क्या. चलो. Now here I will not highlight penalty वगैरह. That is okay. That is fine. Okay. CSR requires another session only, I think, है ना बच्चों. So what I think what we can do is not skip 135. You will kill me. I'm not skipping 135 बच्चों. I will cover 136, 137, 138 first. चलेगा क्या? Because 135 कितना भी करो है ना, जिंदगी में कुछ ना कुछ बनी छूट ही जाता है ना. बनी है कि नहीं. कितना भी कोशिश कर लो. But here we will finish. चलेगा. How much hour we have? We have 1 hour. Possible ना. Why not possible? You are smart students बच्चों है कि नहीं. है ना. स्मार्ट हो ना तुम लोग. गुड. चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग. ओ नलायको. Anybody from you from here from Mangalore batch? Mangalore anybody? Those who are not my students for CA Enter, are you there? You can comment na guys. बड़े आगे बच्चों. चलो लेट्स डू 136, 137, 138 फर्स्ट. चलेगा. चलो. Oh, you guys are there. Okay, guys. Fine. Okay, Tejas. Okay, Deepna, Samita. Maybe then I might have come last year for your revision. I don't remember. For one day fast track, maybe if you are the same guys. Don't forget to send me message, okay, on this number. If you have not stored my number or I have not stored your number. Okay, everybody. चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग बच्चों. किधर हम लोग. 135 come back. Write to members to copies of audited FS. Audited FS, okay? Ready बच्चों? Please keep in mind what is annual report, financial statements, board's report plus auditor's report, okay? This FS will always attach BR and this बच्चों FS will always attach auditor's report, okay? I know Mansa. Yes, Tejas, got it. Yeah. Nice batch. Even that was a nice batch. Energetic batch. 2 days I had come, no? See, 135 can be a separate section. 135 can be a separate chapter only, Mansa. So you need to do kind of cost benefit analysis, है ना? It is worth it or not worth it. So 135 will cover. But there are too many things in 135 to remember also, है ना? बढ़े आगे बच्चों. I'm not telling you to leave anything, but you should focus. What can is more? I mean, I should not skip a chapter to do 135 properly. That should be my approach. Okay? चलो बढ़े हम लोग आगे. Write to members to copies of audited FS. Ready बच्चों? अरे बोलो हाँ. Write to members to copies of audited FS. Copy of FS, including CFS and auditor's report. Okay, copy of FS including CFS. FS will include CFS if it is applicable, and auditor's report should be sent to every member, trustee for debenture holders, and all other persons who are so entitled 21 days before the date of meeting. Common sense, section 101 notice has to be sent 21 days before the meeting. अरे हाँ है ना. So as soon as, as along with the notice you are sending to the member, with that you will send audited FS. You send बच्चों what? Audited FS. अरे हाँ या ना? चलेगा? For listed companies, compliance will be deemed, assumed, है ना? कब बच्चों? That copies of documents are made available for inspection. See, what are we doing here? What is the section about? You are calling the members for meeting, for discussion, voting, approval of FS. Then first, common sense, provide them na FS. Which FS? Audited FS. And give the 21 days clear time to talk about it, think about it, discuss about it before the meeting. Clear? So here, which we are giving copy of audited FS to the members so they can check beforehand coming to the meeting. Did you understand the purpose? If that is clear, now we can understand. So आगे बढ़े हम लोग. So the copies of documents are made available for inspection at which company I'm talking about now? Listed, okay? Okay. At its registered office during working hours for a period of what? At least 21 days before the date of the meeting. आगे बढ़ूँ मैं? Okay. A statement is to be sent not less than 21 days before the date of meeting unless shareholders ask for full financial statement. What is the statement बच्चों about? The statement is like a small summary of salient important features. Okay. In Form AOC 3. What is happening here? The books are kept for open, not books, sorry. Documents, the FS are kept for open for inspection to members. That they can come and check. It will be open for inspection in registered office. For how many days? But minimum 21 days before the meeting. FS. Yes, still here. A statement is to be sent. Now here it is like optional. You can send a statement to all the members. What is the statement which about? It talks about salient important features of all the FS financial statements. Okay. What is the format for that? AOC 3. समझा क्या? Everybody okay till here? Sharanya Shetty, better don't give me missed call. Yes, Aditya, yes, I will do it, Aditya. Ronit, hi Ronit. Just send me a message. ODP batch, you have my notes. ODP batch, bolo fatapat. Pune batch, Pune. And in volume number 1, I have given you the content of, I have given a summary. These notes are with you, ODP and Pune batch. So in volume 1, at the end, I have given the table, all the forms, their full forms, section, purpose, everything. है ना? अरे हाँ है ना? So AOC बच्चों, AOC 3 is for what? Accounts of companies. AOC is accounts of company. This chapter ना 3 is give you features, important features. Ready? चलो आगे. Okay guys, a company shall also allow every member or trustee, okay, to come and inspect the FS, audited FS at the office. Okay, so in office you can come and inspect the FS. There is no issue about it. Okay. Bhavik beta, how are you? Section but obviously common sense allows how many days? 14 days instead of what? 21 days. So you can give notice also within 14 days is allowed. 14 days gap. And also FS can be given with what? 14 days gap. Common sense section 130. Pay attention. 136 बच्चों will match. Pay attention. 136 बच्चों will match with 101. 136 बच्चों will match with what? 101. समझा गया बच्चों? आगे मतलब if there is 21 days notice and 101, so when 21 days बच्चों gap for circulation of FS to members, it will always match. Star mark this. Companies will be allowed to circulate FS at shorter notice if it is so agreed by 95% of members entitled to vote at the meeting. नहीं समझा? अरे परसों ही किया मैंने, just 2-3 days back I taught chapter number 7. Over there short notice, section 101. है ना? Refer बच्चों what which section over here? Section 101. I'm telling you, I think I've written here. Check here, somewhere I've written. Yes. If you have written then good, if not then write on this. The time limits given in 101 बच्चों, they match exactly बच्चों with 136. समझा कि नहीं समझा? So if in 101 you are allowed to give shorter notice, that means instead of 21 days, give only 18 days, 20 days, 16 days. For that, but you have to take approval of at least 95% of people. अरे हाँ या ना बच्चों, clear? Same story for 136 for sending of audited FS. बढ़ू आगे मैं? ओ नालायक हो. चलेगा? चलो आ जाओ. For subsidiary company. Okay. Those who don't have my notes is fine, even if you have study material. I don't want to, personally speaking, I don't want you to change your material in last 45 days. समझा ना? That is a very risky move. Clear? I have a compiler with me that I can share the link. That is different thing. Compiler is compiler of all question and answer. That I will talk about later on. Okay? That may be useful to you, maybe. चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग. Every listed company, every listed holding company. So it is listed also as well as holding company also. Shall on its website place separate FS of each and every subsidiary. Okay? Provide a copy of a separate ordered FS in respect of each of its subsidiary to any shareholder of the company who asks for it. So first of all, every listed holding company, that is listed company as well as holding company, then such company which will place on its website FS of every subsidiary company. Then also give a copy. But what did I say? Give a copy of subsidiary company's FS. Give a copy of subsidiary company's FS to any member who asks for the same. समझा? Clear है? आगे बढ़ू. Every company shall be under duty to allow member or trustee to inspect. That is completely fine here during the business hour. That is fine. For foreign subsidiary, important. At times questions are asked, unnecessarily tricky questions are asked over here. Okay, बच्चों? ओ नालायको. Bhumika, yes, correct. For foreign subsidiary, that means what? Where is the subsidiary outside India? And now, bachcho, that subsidiary can also be incorporated outside India. That means it is a foreign company. समझा कि नहीं समझा? Now what can happen, bachcho? Now many things can happen. That foreign subsidiary company. Why it is I'm calling it a foreign? Because it is registered outside India. Why am I calling it bachcho subsidiary? Because I control more than one half of that company's voting power. समझा क्या? So now if that foreign subsidiary company follows different financial year, or that bachcho foreign subsidiary company uses FS or prepares FS in different format, or bachcho it can also happen that the foreign subsidiary company uses different language only, Chinese, Japanese, Russian, then what we don't know. अरे हाँ. And what is our duty, bachcho, here as an Indian company? When we do the consolidation, we should see that formats matches as much as possible. We should translate it into English. अरे हाँ या ना? समझा? चलो pay attention now. Important. So where such foreign subsidiary is statutorily, compulsorily required to prepare CFS under any law of the country of its incorporation, the requirement of this proviso shall be met if CFS of such foreign subsidiary is placed on website of the listed company. Where such foreign subsidiary is not required to get its FS audited. Important now. The foreign subsidiary which is not required to get its FS audited as per law of that country. Are हाँ या ना? Then बच्चों, what can the Indian company do? The holding Indian listed company, okay, can place unaudited FS on its website. That is completely okay. Are हाँ या ना? And if that FS is bachcho in any language other than English, a translated copy of the FS in English shall also be placed on the website. समझा क्या all of you? ठीक है? Everybody? This example is there in your study material also. Go through it. चलेगा? आ जाओ. See the circulars. ये तो अपना हो चुका. 101 and 136 is matching. This we have already done now, just now. Pay attention. Foreign company which is not required to get its accounts audited as per the law of that country, है ना? And also which does not get its accounts audited. That means compulsory it is not required to get audited, as well as voluntarily they are not getting audited. Okay? The holding Indian parent company, है ना, may place or file such unaudited accounts, okay, to comply with the rules of our country. So there is no option. I mean, if at all the foreign subsidiary company has not audited itself, then there is no option, but we can directly just place it on our records as it is. Also, the format of accounts of foreign subsidiary, as far as possible, should be bachcho in what? As per the requirements of Companies Act. If it is not possible, a statement of indicating the reasons shall also be filed along that why our accounts, the formats are not matching. हुआ बच्चों? Everybody? अरे बोलो हाँ. There is still time for dinner ना नालायक को. बढ़े आगे. All of you, those who have registered, I think you are on some WhatsApp group ना बच्चों. Links are sent to you ना. चलेगा। बढ़ू आगे मैं, चलो 137 copy of FS to be filed with Babu is बच्चों who ROC चलेगा। So copy of FS to be filed with Babu ROC चलेगा बच्चों, ready, pay attention। चलो, once your AGM is done, once your audited FS is done, and now as per 136 बच्चों you have circulated your FS to members, अरे हाँ है ना, and they are approved or not approved, both of the cases we are going to see. Our ultimate final बच्चों work is to give the audited FS to our Babu means ROC, अरे हाँ है ना, what did I say? So once your audited बच्चों, once your FS has been audited, okay, then it is our last and one of the last duties for the financial year to update, अरे हाँ है ना, with that बच्चों with ROC, clear. So that is now, pay attention बच्चों, 137.1 copies of FS including CFS if any, along with all documents attached to FS and adopted at AGM, adopted means समझ रहे हैं ना, adopted means what बच्चों, approved at AGM, shall be filed with Babu within 30 days of date of AGM. Why are you conducting बच्चों AGM? Ordinary business, अरे हाँ या ना, what is one of the बच्चों ordinary business? Adoption of financial statements, board's report and auditor's report, अरे हाँ, तो वो जब हो गया, if once that is done, then within 30 days you have to update the FS, auditor FS obviously, to किसको बच्चों, ROC, important compliance. Do you remember the due date of AGM? Can you tell me the month बच्चों, in which month you have AGM? Just simple question I'm asking, very simple, give me a very rough answer. Come on guys. बच्चों, प्यारी बच्चों, बोलो फटाफट। Yes, very good, Shujan. AGM will happen in the month of September. So after September, if at all I talk about the last date, so 30th September, after that, बच्चों within 30 days we have to update with ROC the FS, है ना? Clear? If we conduct voluntarily AGM in August or July, so whenever we conduct, so whatever is the conducted date of AGM, from there within 30 days update with ROC. समझा गया? Yes, Abhijit, good, very good. Yes, correct. Very good बच्चों. Yes, Rujan, good. झकास, यस, मोक्षा, कीर्ति करेक्ट, भूमिका करेक्ट, पूजिता करेक्ट। चलो आगे बढ़े हम लोग बच्चों, चलो। फॉलोइंग कंपनीज टू कंपल्सरी फाइल स्टार मार्क, इंपॉर्टेंट, कंपल्सरी फाइल द फाइनेंशियल बच्चों इन विच फॉर्मेट, XBRL, इट इज अ लैंग्वेज, XBRL फॉर्मेट, ओके, इन विच फॉर्म, AOC4 इंक्लूडिंग CFS बच्चों, फॉर व्हाट इज द फॉर्म नंबर फॉर दैट, AOC4 CFS फॉर्म, ओके, सो AOC4 फॉर स्टैंड अलोन एंड फॉर CFS बच्चों AOC4 CFS, समझा? यस श्रीनिधि करेक्ट हुआ बच्चों, ठीक है बच्चों, यहाँ तक ऑल ऑफ यू, ठीक है ना? बोलो फटाफट। ऑल विच कंपनीज आर कंपल्सरी? ऑल कंपनीज लिस्टेड विद एनी स्टॉक एक्सचेंज इन इंडिया एंड देयर इंडियन सब्सिडरीज, समझा? Listed companies and their Indian subsidiaries compulsorily have to file FS in XBRL format. Then by heart करो इसको, by heart, this बच्चों by heart, questions are asked, okay everybody? Sorry. Then all companies PUC बच्चों, how much? Of at least 5 crores. These limits you can prepare a small different page for their summary, समझा? कितना बच्चों? 5 crores. और बच्चों यहाँ पे everywhere you have और, और कंपनी में टर्नओवर बच्चों of what? At least 100 crores, समझा क्या? So listed company and their Indian subsidiaries. Then second बच्चों what do you have? PUC of what? 5 crores. और बच्चों टर्नओवर ऑफ 100 crores, समझा? These companies compulsory बच्चों have to file in XBRL. Proviso, very important. All that and they make बच्चों students they confuse the students, okay? क्या कहना है इनको? Pay attention बच्चों. Proviso. Companies in banking, insurance, power, NBFC also, and housing finance companies need not file FS in XBRL. Very important. They will give you a question and they'll tell you that the turnover of the company is 120 crores. And they'll tell you that the turnover of the company is 120 crores and this and that and this and that and all of that. AGM is done on so and so date. And last line they will put it, the company is in the business of insurance. कुछ समझा कि नहीं समझा? They'll give you lots of story. They'll tell you the turnover has, they'll give you a hint. The turnover has crossed the limit. They'll give you a hint. AGM is already done, etc., etc. But last line, bacho, they will say that the company is in the business of insurance. What are they here, bacho, confusing you with? They are checking whether you know or not. They're checking whether you know or not. It comes in exception or no. In law, I've been telling you from day number one that in law, you should always focus more on exceptions. So here, but what you're seeing, banking, insurance, power, NBFC, housing, these companies or sectors are exception to section 1 to what XBRL. Even they are required to file FS with ROC. Even they are required to file FS with ROC, but not in XBRL format. समझा? बोलो फटाफट बोलो हाँ. मैं तो थक गई भाई साहब. हाँ, बढ़े आगे. How was your morning session, बच्चों? I think you woke up in early morning, 7 o'clock, no? You did what accounts you had, costing you had, है ना? Yes, everybody, tax also I think you had. Okay, everybody? I hope you have good sessions. The sessions are helping you or not? बोलो बच्चों. मजा आ रहा है? Good, good, good. So you have good team. You have good academy also, है ना बच्चों? Backing you. Good. मेहनत करो बच्चों, मेहनत करो. These are your times to shine. समझा क्या? Even if it involves lots of efforts, hard work, sacrifice, whatever it is. समझा? Next one. आ जाओ बच्चों. Good. I want that result positive in February 2024, whatever, whenever the results are declared. January end or February, I don't care. समझा? And 60+ in law, बच्चों, is very much possible. Okay, everybody? Definitely possible. If your concepts are clear, MCQ बच्चों will give you 20-25 marks. Remaining theory write nicely. है ना? All of you, बढ़े आगे. चलो. The companies which have filed their FS under as per the above XBRL, as per the above मतलब XBRL ना, shall continue to file the FS and other documents through even though they may not fall under the class of companies specified therein in succeeding years also. एक बार चिपक गया तो permanently चिपक गया. मतलब क्या? Once applicable, it is 100% बच्चों throughout the years, ages applicable. Even if you don't fall in the limits in the succeeding or subsequent years. कुछ समझा क्या? So once you file under XBRL or you have to file under XBRL, then you have to in future also but you file in XBRL even if you are not within the limits or satisfying the conditions or criteria. Samjha? Everybody? Check it. Amazon Company Limited. A company incorporated company that has turnover of बच्चों कितना 150 crores. More than 100 crores na and 90 crores during the financial year March ending 19 and March ending 20. So in 1 year it is getting applicable and next year it is within the limit, but still even in the next year बच्चों it has to still बच्चों file with XBRL only. समझा कि नहीं समझा? All of you clear? So it shall continue. It shall बच्चों continue to file FS, okay, in AOC only, in XBRL only, even for the next year, even if it doesn't fall in the class of companies under so and so rule number 3. हुआ बच्चों? All of you okay? चलो. Ready? आगे मैडम लोग. FS, if the FS are not adopted in AGM, important, members rejected the FS. Fraud. Dividend not declared, complaints, issues, the ordinary resolution is not passed, adopting the FS. Possible. So if FS are not adopted in AGM, such unadopted FS along with required documents shall be filed with ROC within 30 days of date of annual general meeting. That means you conducted the AGM. You conducted the AGM, but you are unable to get the approval from members. So what will happen? Even if it is unapproved, unadopted, such FS bacho will still be filed with ROC within how many days? 30 days bacho of conducting the AGM. It will be bacho taken as provisional. I hope you understand meaning of the word provisional. Means what? Not finalized. So they will be taken on record by ROC as provisional. till the FS are adopted in the adjourned AGM. That means you have to conduct one more AGM. You have to conduct what your AGM till you get the FS approval. Are हाँ या ना? All of you okay till here? So they will be taken on record by ROC as provisional. That means you have to file, even if they are adopted or not adopted initially. If you conduct the AGM, you have to file that FS, even if they are unadopted, and they will be called as provisional. Provisional means बच्चों not final. बराबर? चलो. When financials are adopted in adjourned AGM, when financial बच्चों get adopted है ना, approved in the adjourned AGM, next AGM, they will be filed with ROC again within 30 days of such adjourned AGM date. I hope you're understanding, but how many times are we filing the FS over here in this example, in this scenario? We are filing bacho 2 times. Once was bacho when they were still unadopted, and second bacho was when they got adopted. First time they will be taken as provisional. Second time bacho they are taken as final. बोलो समझा कि नहीं समझा? All of you okay? बच्चों, प्यारे प्यारे बच्चों, नालायक बच्चों, हुआ? 137(1)(a). That is again not important. NBFC, okay, they have different form. AOC for NBFC Ind AS, and AOC for CFS is consolidated. NBFC Ind AS, that is fine. OPC important. Within how many days bachu OPC will file FS to ROC? Within 180 days of the end of the financial year. You can write down this date for you. If you count 180 days from the end of the financial year, bachu, it comes to 27th September. वो समझ रहा क्या नहीं? अरे OPC थोड़ी AGM लेगा यार. OPC बच्चों not going to have AGM. समझा कि नहीं समझा? So here बच्चों, what is the date for filing of OPC? It's FS with ROC 180 days from the end of the financial year. Clear? बच्चा बड़े आगे लिख लो बच्चों. For OPC section 92 याद है ना कुछ? 92 और बच्चों 92 annual return बराबर है. And 137 filing of FS with ROC. Okay, the due date बच्चों are what? Same, that is 180 days from the end of the financial year. This small note you can make. हुआ क्या? Kamte, are you there? Kamte, Arya, Sonaune, who all are there from Pune? और कोई है? Anybody else from Pune? Okay guys. गला बैठ गया रे भाई चिल्ला चिल्ला के. बढ़े आगे चलो. Holding company shall, along with FS to be filed ROC, attach accounts of a subsidiary or subsidiaries which have been incorporated outside India and which do not have established their place of business in India. Okay, foreign subsidiary. We had done some time back. A foreign subsidiary is not required to audit as per that country's law, in the country in which they are incorporated, and also voluntarily they also do not get audited. Then the Indian holding company can file such unaudited FS. Okay, and if the FS are in other than English, they will get translated copy also in English. That will be filed with ROC. Further, जो format है, it should match with your Indian company as much as possible. But अगर possible नहीं है, then what will you give? A statement giving the reasons why there is a deviation in the accounting, or not accounting, the formats. Okay, everybody? Understood? Everybody bolo फटाफट. All okay? मजा आ रहा है कि नहीं? I can see at times people dropping at the end of the session. That is very much common. That happens. But what do you think what we should take tomorrow, बच्चों? क्या बोलते हो? Public? Oh, public. What is your pain in the neck? Tell me. Chapter 7 will you watch on my channel? Tell me, बच्चों. Tell me फटाफट. Chapter 7 will you watch on my channel? Or chapter 7 do you want again on your channel? You tell me. Chapter 7 is already ready on my channel. बोलो बच्चों. तुम कुछ बोलते क्यों नहीं बच्चों? ओ नालायक बच्चों. फटाफट कमेंट करो गाइस. यू आर देयर, आई नो. कम ऑन जल्दी. ओके, आई एम जस्ट गेटिंग थम्स अप, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग एनीथिंग एल्स, बट ठीक है, बढ़े आगे. चलो, these examples as it is बच्चों are given in my textbook as well as ICS study material, so that you can refer. Okay. आर्या किसका नहीं है वो, whose pain in the neck नहीं है, other laws, है ना. I tell this in all the batches, by the way. Okay. And yours is the last attempt, last exam dealing with negotiable instruments. So negotiable instruments is amazing. But let us first finish. Let's focus. We have 5 sessions of 2.5 hours each, I think. Yeah, 5 or 6 sessions, maybe 6. I don't know. I'll have to check that schedule properly. I think 7 sessions we have. Not daily we have. So we can discuss what sessions to take what. So tomorrow we'll try to first finish company law. Okay, everybody. बढ़े आगे हम लोग. तो chapter 7, if at all you agree, then you can watch on my channel. समझे बच्चों? And apart from all these sessions, should we take MCQ session? ICA का booklet. That also we can do live. Okay, everybody. Okay, all of you. बढ़े आगे. Okay, चलो 137.2. If the AGM itself is बच्चों not held only. AGM लिया ही नहीं. AGM बच्चों what? लिया ही नहीं. AGM is not taken. Okay, everybody. Then what is the due date for AGM? September. But not conducted. अरे भाई, then how? If you have not conducted AGM, do you have approval of FS? Answer is no. And here, if you don't have approval of FS, are you going to bachcho file to ROC? Answer is yes. Answer is yes. Even if bachcho there is not, what I'll say, even if there is no approval of FS, still you file bachcho FS with ROC, na? Okay? So check. The FS, along with documents required to be attached, duly signed, along with statement of facts and reasons for not holding the AGM, shall be filed with ROC within 30 days. Important, please understand, please pay attention here. What did I say? If the meeting is not held only, do you have to file FS? Yes, you have to still file FS with ROC. Within how many days? 30 days of the AGM date. AGM due date, I'll say. Okay, बच्चों, समझा कि नहीं समझा? All of you. Within how many days, बच्चों? Within 30 days of the AGM due date. AGM due date. Okay, everybody? पढ़े आगे हम लोग? अरे हाँ. पेनल्टी फॉर नॉन कंप्लायंस. ओके, आई थिंक आई हैव मेड अ टेबल. चेक करो फटाफट. एक तो एजीएम हुआ या फिर एजीएम नहीं हुआ. एजीएम बच्चों हुआ, इफ इट इज adopted, good, within 30 days. If it is unadopted, bachcho, first you'll do what? Within 30 days you will file a provisional. And once you take adjourned AGM, whenever you take that adjourned AGM, after that bachcho, again, once it is approved in the adjourned AGM, then again bachcho, within 30 days you will give the final FS. And if bachcho, the AGM is not held only up to the due date, then bachcho will give statement of facts and reasons for not holding AGM, and along with FS, and file with ROC within how many days? 30 days बच्चों of the AGM due date. Clear? बढ़ू बच्चों आगे मैं. Sorry. हुआ? Penalty for non-compliance, star mark. I am telling you, कुछ कुछ तुमको important है, याद रखो. And honestly, very very frankly, अगर नहीं याद आता है, if you don't remember penalty, that is also still fine. That is okay. Okay, you can just say there is penalty for non-compliance of section so and so. Okay. So company के ऊपर बच्चों कितना? 10,000. And for content, I hope you understand content default. You have to upload within 30 days, na? So if you don't within 30 days, then 31st day, 32nd day, 33rd day, the penalty starts. Per day is rupees 100, max rupees 2 lakhs on the company. Then MD and CFO are liable if at all they don't file this FS with ROC. Okay, but if they are not appointed in the company, then any other director who was responsible. But if there is bachcho no any other director made responsible especially for this, then bachcho all the directors are responsible. For how many bachcho? 10,000 minimum, content default rupees 100 per day, max rupees 50,000. Clear on each of them? Wah, everybody, बच्चों नालायको बोलो फटाफट. बढ़ा गया बच्चों? Today's homework is this only. Today's bachcho, what will you do homework? You will again quickly revise this chapter. If at any point you wanted to check, read all the question and answers of this chapter. ओके, रीड ऑल दी क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर्स फ्रॉम द कंपाइलर. दिखा दूं क्या कंपाइलर तुमको? ओके, आई हैव अ कंपाइलर हियर बच्चों. आई डोंट नो यू कैन एबल टू टेक इट और नो. अब इसमें ग्रीन कलर, दैट्स व्हाई यू कांट सी इट समवेयर लाइक दिस. ओके, बट इट हैज 600 यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है. देयर बच्चों हैज मोर देन 600 क्वेश्चंस एंड आंसर्स इन दैट. ओके, तो काम दो. आई थिंक सम ऑफ यू ऑलरेडी हैव इट. सो फिनिश इट ऑफ बच्चों चैप्टर वाइज. ओके, धात्री, आई थिंक यू हैव ना धात्री. सो टुडे बच्चों व्हाट फिनिश चैप्टर नंबर 9. दैट इज योर होमवर्क. क्लियर है? चलो बढ़ू मैं आगे. इधर है हम लोग बच्चों. 137 इज डन. याद आएगा? आगे बढ़ू मैं. 138 इंपॉर्टेंट 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 इंपॉर्टेंट. 138 इंटरनल ऑडिट है ना बच्चों. रेडी? आगे बढ़े हम लोग. 138 द फॉलोइंग कंपनीज आर रिक्वायर्ड टू अपॉइंट इंटरनल ऑडिटर. कंपलसरी. ध्यान देना, लिस्टेड कंपनीज बाय डिफॉल्ट कंपलसरी, कोई डाउट ही नहीं उसमें. सो लिस्टेड कंपनी विथ negligible turnover, listed company बच्चों with losses, whatever it is, net worth is low, capital is low, whatever it is, turnover is low, listed company बच्चों by default compulsory. Then in unlisted बच्चों what do you have? Public and private. So here बच्चों you have different category for private. समझा everybody? This is also an expected question. Yes, this limits to you remember please. This is expected. समझा क्या? All of you okay till here? बढ़ू आगे. So check. Unlisted company. Remember TOPS. TOPS. Or top D, okay? T, whatever, TLPD if you want to remember. TLPD. And they are just half. 200, 100, 50, 25. समझा? वो ऊपर से गया. Okay? The amounts obviously are in crores. That means the, okay, turnover exceeds 200 crores of a public company or a private company. Or outstanding loans बच्चों are exceeding 100 crores of a public company or a private company. Or paid up capital बच्चों is above 50 crores for a public company. Or the outstanding deposits etc. are बच्चों more than rupees 25 crores for a public company. समझा क्या? The first two limits are only for private company. All of you clear till here? अरे बोलो हाँ. So check. Now they have given some other matter. I'll do it in descending order. Turnover बच्चों what exceeds 200 crores or more during the preceding financial year. Common sense. Last year. Outstanding loans and borrowings from banks or public financial institutions बच्चों exceeds 100 crores. Please, very important, at any point of time during the preceding financial year. It is not as on 31st March. In case study based questions, they will give you the financial position as on December and March of the last year. So even if once in the last year it exceeded 100 crores, we will say the condition is applicable. We will not check the position as on 31st March. We will check even one single day of the preceding financial year. समझा बच्चों? अरे बोलो हाँ. ठीक है ना? देन दैट वाज 100 बच्चों, दैट वाज बच्चों 100. 200 बच्चों क्या था? टर्नओवर हो गया. देन 50 चेक 50 पेड अप शेयर कैपिटल. पहले क्या था? टर्नओवर, देन लोन्स, देन पीयूसी बच्चों 50 करोड़ और मोर. समझा? एंड बच्चों व्हाट इज 25? चेक इट. आउटस्टैंडिंग डिपॉजिट्स of 25 crores or more. समझा? Again at any point of time during the preceding financial year. बोलो हाँ. समझा कि नहीं everybody? All of you okay till here? Anybody else? I hope all of you have my message, my number. कुछ रहेगा तो प्लीज मैसेज कर दे नंबर पे. ओके चलो. क्लियर है? 200, 100, 50, 25. Common sense हमेशा, what common sense you can put? Turnover is one of the highest. Then borrowings, that is loans. Then paid up capital, and then बच्चों deposits. Okay. Private company हो गया. Okay. So private company has 200, 100 का limit. Who can be internal auditor? बच्चों anybody. CA, CS, CMA, whether in practice or not. Okay. Any account, any qualification also okay. Okay everybody. The internal auditor may or even बच्चों may not be an employee of the company. So they can be employee of the company. It is not like 139. 138 बच्चों anybody can be an internal auditor. Clear till here बच्चों? बड़े आगे हम लोग. अरे बोलो हाँ. चेक कर. आई थिंक आई गिवन यू एन एग्जांपल हियर. इफ एट ऑल वी आर चेकिंग बच्चों वेदर फॉर 23 24 वी रिक्वायर इंटरनल ऑडिटर और नो, है ना? इंटरनल ऑडिटर, इंटरनल अंडर सेक्शन 138. We check preceding financial years limits, paid up capital, turnover, outstanding loans, and outstanding deposits. And in this example, we have to check last year's position. So if the outstanding loans as on 1st December 22 is 110 lakhs, अरे हाँ या ना? And as on 31st March 23 is 90 crores. अरे हाँ या ना? कुछ समझ रहे कि नहीं? These examples are given lots of times. So tell me बच्चों, the condition is hit or not hit? The condition is triggered or not triggered? Applicable or not applicable? मैंने यहाँ पे आंसर लिखा है, बट डू यू रिमेंबर, आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग और नो? पूछो मुझको, बोलो बच्चों, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, ओके? प्लीज बी वेरी मच ओपन, बी वर्बल, बी वोकल. एवरीबॉडी समझ रहे हैं ना? क्या हो गया इसको? एक मिनट ना. Yes, good guys, good, keep it up. Yes, it is required. See, एक दिन में, even if one day that condition gets triggered, in the next year you have to maintain, or you can say appoint a internal auditor. बट हम लोग आगे बच्चों, everybody, बच्चों, the books of accounts for every year बच्चों shall be maintained in how many years? 8 years. A company can reopen or cast its books of accounts on application tribunal made by register member BOD income tax authorities. कंपनी कैन रीओपन ना, खुद होके ना बच्चों. तो डायरेक्टर ना बच्चों, अरे हाँ या ना? डायरेक्टर. यस चलिए. OPC shall file a copy of FS to RC बच्चों within how many days? 180 days from the end of the financial year. हुआ? Who बच्चों can be appointed as internal auditor? Anybody. CS, CS, any other professional बच्चों? All of the above. अरे हाँ या ना? पढ़ो आगे बच्चों में. So let's come to CSR. I'm just going to quickly revise, talk, है ना? तो ध्यान देना. If you have any doubt, please ask me, okay? CSR 135. तो CSR बच्चों, first of all, I think I told in some of the batch, at times they ask googly questions, so this Mangalore batch may not be knowing that. I had discussed this, okay? In last I think 2-3 attempts before. Again, 2 attempts before, last year, November, same exam. They had asked बच्चों, they had given you PAT also and PBD also. Profit after tax बच्चों and profit before tax also they had given. Ready-made, but ready-made figures were given. अरे यार, क्या हो गया इसको? Why it is shouting so much? चुप. अरे अच्छा, it is somebody else's error. I thought it is screen. Just a minute ना बच्चों. So I was saying that in the question paper, बच्चों, they had given you profit after tax and profit before tax also, both of them. Okay, all of you. And now the question was asked, CSR will be applicable on which number? And this PAT, PBD is never given in the syllabus, all of you. अरे हाँ या ना? So at times, please use थोड़ा दिमाग. If it is not part of syllabus or not given, assume both of it and write both of it, na? Later on, bachcho, then obviously I gave in the next batches that answer is what? PBT. So Bangalore batch or others who do not know or who are watching this lectures recorded later on or who are not my students, please write down this that CSR bachcho is calculated on PBT, profit before taxes. And I hope you know there is also an income tax effect of CSR. Whatever expenditure is done on CSR is not allowed as an business deduction under section 37. याद आ रहा है क्या income tax में? है ना? Anyways, but CSR बच्चों, the calculation is done on PBT, profit before tax. हुआ? बच्चों YouTube पे भी चैनल ये है मेरा वाला. I hope all of you are subscribed और करके रखो, because some sessions I'm going to take there also, है ना? You can follow me, that is up to you, but अभी नहीं, एग्जाम के बाद. Okay, this everything after exams, है ना बच्चों? आ जाओ. Where were we? Let's start from the very beginning. CSR. I'll come to the jump. I'll not explain what is CSR now. We'll just do it. What is important? Company requiring to constitute CSR committee. कौन से किसको बच्चों compulsory है CSR committee बनाना? Okay, which all every company including holding a subsidiary and a foreign company having its branch office in India has to or project office in India has to constitute CSR committee if any of the following conditions are satisfied. Okay, that in the immediately preceding financial year. मतलब current year में CSR is applicable or not? It's बच्चों based on what? Preceding years numbers. Net worth of the company is at least 500 crores or turnover of the company बच्चों is at least 1000 crores in the last preceding financial year, or the net profit बच्चों is, this is a very smallest figure, is 5 crores or more. अरे हाँ है ना, in the last year. In those cases बच्चों CSR provisions are applicable on the company. समझेगा बच्चों? ओ एवरीबॉडी, अरे हाँ आ जाओ. So if pay attention बच्चों, we'll discuss that turnover and net worth, let us say bachcho, are within limits. I had given this example. Let us say the turnover and net worth of bachcho are within limits. How much is the turnover? Let us say less than 10,000, sorry, less than 1,000, and net worth of bachcho is less than what? 500 crores. So I'm right now only discussing bachcho 5 crores wala story. Net profit is how much limit? 5 crores. Okay, everybody. So let us say 21-22 is the year of incorporation of the company. Year of incorporation. Whether bachcho CSR will be applicable on the company? No, because there is no preceding year, so there is nothing to compare. अरे हाँ या ना, क्लियर? ओके, now tell me बच्चों, अगर नेट प्रॉफिट इन दिस ईयर is 6 crores, okay, let me say net profit everything is बच्चों crores only. So tell me बच्चों, is CSR applicable in 21-22? No, because 21-22 बच्चों was my first year and there is no preceding year to 21-22, so बच्चों there will be no story of CSR, आएगा ही नहीं. But in 21-22 my net profit was 6 crores, so बच्चों tell me here बच्चों CSR आएगा कि नहीं आएगा? आएगा. इवन इफ माई प्रॉफिट इज बच्चों 3 करोड़. कुछ समझ रहा है, नहीं समझ रहा है? ऑल ऑफ यू बोलो, एवरीबॉडी. ऊपर से गया, शुड आई रिपीट? अंडरस्टूड और रिपीट, राइट ऑन इन कमेंट्स, अंडरस्टूड और रिपीट. बच्चों मजा आ गया आज के सेशन में, बहुत सारा पढ़ाई हुआ है ना. एवरीबॉडी एवरीबॉडी एवरीबॉडी. Again I'll repeat, 21-22 बच्चों, that is the first year. Okay, 21-22 बच्चों is the first year. So there is no preceding year to 21-22. So that's why obviously CSR बच्चों will not be applicable. If now in 21-22 my profit is 6 crores, so the next year बच्चों CSR बच्चों will be applicable. अरे हाँ, even if the my profit is बच्चों how much? 3 crores in 22-23. Again in 23-24 बच्चों, in 23-24 if my profit is 7 crores, okay, I'm just giving you an example. Tell me बच्चों whether CSR is applicable or not applicable. Tell me whether CSR is applicable or not applicable. All of you tell me. Everybody now. Not applicable, bachcho. Why? Because in the last year, very good answer. Why, bachcho? Because in the last year, my net profit was within limits. Clear है? This story will continue for all the years. Okay, I mean, this is the logic. But हम लोग आगे. Star mark by heart. Member of CSR committee. Minimum बच्चों 3 directors, 3 or more. Out of which बच्चों one will be at least one will be independent director. Okay. This बच्चों obviously see in private company बच्चों itself there are the requirement is what? Private company. The requirement that there can be maximum, not maximum, but there can be minimum as well as maximum. There can be 2 directors in the company. For which company I said? Private company. तो वो यहाँ पे बाद में आएगा, है ना? Now when we say 3 or more directors, out of which one should be independent director, that means we are talking of big companies, public company, listed companies. अरे हाँ या ना? So check. However, so what is the normal law? 3 directors required minimum in your CSR committee, out of which one should be minimum your independent directors. Okay, at least one should be your independent director. समझा? Independent director. हुआ क्या? A company now on those companies on whom independent director rule itself is not applicable, or those companies who are not required to appoint independent directors, है ना? It shall have two or more directors as on CSR committee. Simple. अरे हाँ है ना? So those companies who are not required to maintain or not required to appoint independent directors can have only two directors बच्चों as what? In the CSR committee. And a private company जिनके पास दो ही directors है तो बच्चों even those two directors are sufficient to be what? In the CSR committee. Clear? Everybody okay? Then there will be CSR committee. And what is the work of CSR committee? Mainly to prepare, design CSR policy. Mainly to prepare, design CSR policy. Clear, all of you? To check about that management, etc., etc., etc. CSR policy to include list of CSR projects or programs which the company wants to undertake. Okay. CSR virtual activities cannot be those activities which are already in the regular course of business of the company. Clear, it has to be something unique, different, not given in the object clause of the company. Something different. Okay. Then, where are those lists given? Schedule 7. This you should know. You need not by heart Schedule 7, obviously, but you should know. Schedule 7 gives you the list of CSR activities. हुआ? बढ़े आगे? What are the duties of the board relating to CSR policy? So, board of directors are different and CSR committee is different. CSR committee is going to give you rules, regulations, the activities which we are going to do for CSR, and the ultimate authority is still with board. है Okay. Approve the CSR policy. Disclose contents of policy in its own board's report and also mention it on the website. अरे हाँ है ना? Clear, all of you? And ensure that the activities given in CSR policy are actually undertaken by the company. Wow, all of you. Amount of contrary to CSR. This obviously I hope you are aware of that. Amount of contrary to CSR. Okay, everybody, board हम लोग आगे. The BOD of every company shall ensure company spends in every financial year at least 2% of average net profits. Okay, and how do you calculate the average? Which is made during the last 3 financial years. समझा? अगर 3 साल नहीं हुए अब तक, if the company बच्चों not yet into life of in the it is less last year incorporated or just 2 years, then जितना साल हुआ है उतने का we will take average. Okay. Then the company shall give preference to local area only where it operates. समझा? Company registered in Delhi and working in Chennai, not possible. Company if you're registered in Delhi, it should work around its own local office only. Okay. If the company fails to spend the mentioned amount, minimum 2% of the average net profit, the board shall give the reasons for inability to spend the money. Where will they give the reason? Board's report. Then the CSR the companies may build their own CSR capacities, means what? Their own team, own employees, especially which are dedicated towards CSR work, as well as those of their implementing agencies. That means this work can be outsourced. It means बच्चों this work can be what? Outsourced. अरे हाँ है ना? With established track records of at least 3 financial years. This I'm going to do in sometime later. This we have to cover. 135.5. If company fails to spend such amount, which amount? And that at least 2% of net profits, average net profit. The board shall in the board report give the reasons for not spending the amount and transfer such unspent amount to Schedule 7 fund. What is the Schedule 7 fund? Any fund mentioned in Schedule 7. Example, Clean Ganga Fund. और क्या था बे? क्या था? भारत कल्याण फंड नहीं, sorry, Clean Ganga Fund. Clean Ganga Fund and that कचरा, what was कचरा? That सफाई. Where we have Schedule 7. किधर गया बे? National PM Cares Fund, National Relief Fund, स्वच्छ भारत अभियान, स्वच्छ भारत, correct? Check here, PM Cares Fund, Clean Ganga Fund. Swachh Bharat is there na? Clean India. Somewhere we had that. Okay. Swachh Bharat Kosh, correct. Yes, still here. So all the funds, or whichever funds rather, mentioned in Schedule 7, over there you can make contrary if you are unable to spend the amount in the current year. अरे हाँ या ना? Everybody okay till here? समझा सभी को? आ जाओ. So transfer such unspent amount to Schedule 7 fund within 6 months of the end of the financial year. मतलब बच्चों, you have entire year to spend the money, and if you could not spend, then बच्चों by September ना, within 6 months from the end of the financial year, you have to transfer the money, the unspent amount to what, बच्चों? Schedule 7 fund. The Schedule 7 funds, बच्चों, are generally governed by the government. है ना? Unless, माँ कसम, it relates to ongoing project. Now, what is बच्चों unless? That means we will not transfer to Schedule 7 fund. Do we have बच्चों money balance with us? Yes. Still, बच्चों will not send the money to Schedule 7 fund. We will keep the money to ourselves. Why? Because the money is used for what? Ongoing project. Now, बच्चों, what is ongoing project? Check here. A multi-year project, okay, which is going to take time to be ready. But how much? Minimum 1 year, but not more than 3 years. Are ha ya na? So not more than 3 years it is going to take to complete. Understood here? Example, you're building a school or you're constructing a hospital. It will take more than 1 year to do the entire work, but it should not take more than 3 years. समझा क्या बच्चों? So if at all you're using the money to build a school, college, hostel, hospital, then even if it is not done within 1 year, it is completely okay and you need not transfer to Schedule 7 fund. हुआ? चलो. Any unspent amount, if it relates to an ongoing project, that means you want to utilize in the next year also. So, but you will keep that money in unspent CSR account maintained by the company in a separate bank within how many days? Within 30 days of end of financial year. कुछ समझा कि नहीं समझा? All of you with me? If it is for ongoing project, keep the money with you, but keep in a separate bank account called as UCSRA. Then when you will transfer to UCSRA within 30 days of the end of the financial year. If the money is unspent and remaining with you, but it is not for ongoing project, you just simply could not spend the money, then within 6 months you will transfer to Schedule 7 fund. कुछ समझा क्या बच्चों? बोलो बच्चों, everybody clear? बढ़ो में आगे. I should also congratulate you for sitting so many hours for law, paper like theory law for 2.5 hours. Good बच्चों. Anyways, such amount of on UCSRA should be spent within that's what we said now. Multi-year project means what? Not more than 3 years. Okay. So such amount in UCSRA should be spent within 3 years from the date of transfer. Even after that, you could not spend the money. Even after 3 years, you could not spend the money. So by now you don't have option. You have to transfer it to Schedule 7 fund within 30 days of the end of those 3 years. समझेगा बच्चों? All of you clear till here? Oh, nalayako. Yes. Next one important. If company spends more than required, how much it is required? 2% of average net profit. If it spends more than that also, if it what spends more than that also, then you can carry forward. Wow, 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 wow. Very new innovation. If you spend 5% of the average net profit, you are required to spend much 2 only. So those 3% but you can carry forward in the next year also. Up to how many years? Up to 3 succeeding financial years. Clear till here? Important. So first of all, बच्चों, excess can you carry forward? Answer is yes. Up to for how many years next? Henceforth, 3 years. Important. याद रहेगा सभी को? बोलो फटाफट बच्चों. अरे हाँ या ना? तुम लोगों ने मुझको बताया नहीं है. What should we take tomorrow? Or do you leave that up to me? Tell me chapter name in the comments, or you tell me, sir, you take as per your choice. बताओ बच्चों. बिफोर आई प्रोसीड, कमेंट करो फटाफट. सब लोग कमेंट करो. ऐसे आलसी की तरह मत बैठो. डोंट सिट ओवर देयर लाइक अ लेजी पर्सन just watching. You have to comment also. Everybody, are the sessions helpful to you or no? Mangalore students, I have not interacted with you at least for inter, so are you finding it useful? Udupi, Pune, others. Okay madam. Okay Moksha madam. Okay Kamte. Deposits and charge. Okay RS sir. What, only 4-5 students comment? Okay Anna. Panna. Fine. How is your Kartikeya? I hope he's doing good. आगे बढ़े हम लोग. ओके सोनावणे. सॉरी, चलेगा, आगे बढ़ते हम लोग, ठीक है। सॉरी, इफ यू वांट नोट्स एवरीथिंग वॉट एवर कंटेंट यू वांट, प्लीज कमेंट करो यहाँ पे, मैसेज पे, नंबर पे, आई वांट तुम्हारा मैसेज, ओके। और कुछ चाहिए रहेगा तो नोट्स फोट्स वॉट एवर इट इज, सो आई कैन शेयर इंपॉर्टेंट लिंक्स विद यू एंड इवन सॉल्व योर डाउट्स ओनली इफ योर नंबर इज सेव्ड विद मी। आगे बढ़ूँ मैं, चलो। CSR expenditure, the board shall ensure, see your CSR committee will be there, है ना। तो CSR कमेटी को भी कुछ खर्चा लगेगा ना, CSR कमेटी टू मेंटेन दैट CSR कमेटी, है ना। योर CSR एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन पर्सोनल एम्प्लॉइज, those who are going to work for CSR. So the admin बच्चों expenses shall not exceed 5% of total CSR expenditure. Okay, please star mark this 5%. Okay. Then any surplus arising out of CSR activities, okay, will be which used in your CSR activities only, okay, or shall be transferred to UCSRA. Understood clear, everybody? It is not profit of the company. Okay, see, we are using the word surplus, not profit. If you're doing some charitable activities, let us say no profit, no loss hospital, no profit, no loss hospital. Okay, bachcho? So you're taking some money, but if at all you see that your whatever money you're getting is more, let us, I'm just giving some example, okay, is more than your overall expenditure. You have fixed a fees, rupees 200 per visit, or rupees subsidized fees, rupees 50 per visit to doctor, and the overall expenditure is less than or whatever money you have received. That is called a surplus. That is not a profit. That is not an income. You have to utilize it for CSR activities only, or give it to UCSRA account, your own account, or transfer it to Schedule 7 fund. Okay, everybody. आगे अपना ये सेट ऑफ का रूल हो चुका है. The CSR amount. How many pages is there? 1, 2, 3. वाह 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 वाह, बहुत है क्या? नहीं, दैट इज ओके, हो जाएगा. खत्म कर दे आज, चलेगा. We'll finish this off even if it takes 5 minutes extra. The CSR amounts may be spent. The CSR amount may be spent for creation or acquisition of capital asset, है ना. Hospital ventilators or that MRI machine, or you are building a building only, na. Hospital, you're considering a hospital or a school or a college. That is what creation of capital asset. अरे हाँ. Then the company, even if the company is spending, the company cannot own or hold those asset. Okay. In that case, the capital asset will be held in the name of some other sectional company or a registered public trust or a registered charitable trust, etc., etc. Okay. Or the beneficiaries of that CSR project. I hope you understand beneficiaries. That means the person for whose benefit those projects were started. Okay. Or any public authority, that means government entity. हुआ. बैठ आगे हम लोग. Failure to comply with section 135, that is failure to spend 2%, और 135(6), that is failure to transfer UCSRA. तो that is okay. कितना बच्चों पेनल्टी कितना कंपनी के ऊपर ज़्यादा है? Twice the amount required to be transferred to Schedule 7 fund, or rupees 1 crore, whichever is lower. My goodness. हुआ. When CSR committee is not required, that means if CSR committee is not required, बच्चों, who will do all the work? The work will be done by board of directors. अरे हाँ या ना. But CSR committee is not required if the amount to be spent, not profit, the amount to be spent, bachcho, does not exceed 50 lakh rupees. It is a negligible amount for government. And how much are you spending on CSR? 50 lakhs rupees max. In that case, you don't require a special CSR committee for that. The work, bachcho, can be done by BODs only. समझा? स्टार मार्क कर दो. समझ रहे क्वेश्चन तुमको? केस समझ रहे क्या? Are we understanding the point? Clear? चलो. CSR implementation. It means what? To actually do the work of CSR activities in public. It can be done by company also. In-house. I hope you understand in-house. In-house मतलब क्या? You have your own employees, you have your own team to do all the CSR activities. Or you can outsource it. You can बच्चों what? Outsource it. समझा? Outsource. You can give it to somebody else. Okay, so company can do it itself or through मतलब outsource. किसको बच्चों, to whom you can outsource? Some other sectional company or a registered public trust or a registered society. समझा everybody? अरे हाँ. Or any entity established under the Act of Parliament or a state legislature. Any entity like NHAI, Food Corporation of India, ICAI, these are what entities established by Act of the Parliament, है ना? Hmm. Or again, section 8 so and so, having an established track record of at least 3 years in undertaking such similar activities. मतलब उसका ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड कितना रहना चाहिए? ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड ऑफ एटलीस्ट 3 years. अगर तुम उसको आउटसोर्स कर रहे हो बच्चों, which is not related to you, it is a section 8 company or a public charitable trust or a society, है ना, which has no connection with you, so it is completely outsider. Then if it is an outsider बच्चों for you, then it has to spend at least 3 years doing this work. Only then later on after that you can बच्चों give the work to such section 8 or societies or trust. You should have बच्चों track record of how many years? At least 3 years. समझा? Then हुआ बच्चों, एवरी एंटिटी मतलब जिसको हम आउटसोर्स कर रहे हैं, सेक्शनल कंपनी और ट्रस्ट और सोसाइटी, दे शुड बी रजिस्टर्ड विद द गवर्नमेंट, ओके, एमसीए, बाय फाइलिंग CSR 1. समझ रहे हो ऊपर से जा रहा बच्चों? टेल मी एवरीबडी. Those entities who are going to, those बच्चों entities who are going to implement this work, they should be registered with government in, and how will बच्चों register? In form number CSR 1. हुआ? बाकी का ठीक है, नथिंग ग्रेट. चलो पॉइंट नंबर 3 है रूल 8, बट here we are checking much what sub rule 3. Every company having average CSR obligation of 10 crores or more. My goodness, we have two extreme limits. If you're spending less than 50 lakhs, you don't require CSR committee. But if you're spending more than 10 crores on an average every year, spending, I'm not talking of profit, I'm talking of amount spent on CSR. Amount, but actually amount spent on CSR every year is 10 crores or more. अरे हाँ या ना? In the last 3 years, you are a big company, small company, very big company. समझा क्या? Then बच्चों, they have to undertake impact assessment. What do you mean by impact assessment? कुछ फर्क पड़ा कि नहीं पड़ा? कुछ फायदा हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? Was there some anything kind of impact in the society or village or area where you are working upon? Understood or no everybody? अरे हाँ. So undertake what बच्चों? Impact assessment through an independent agency, means neutral party. Okay. Of their CSR projects having outlays mean like outflows of at least 1 crore or more. See, pay attention. When the company is spending 10 crores per year, when a company is spending 10 crores per year, it is not spending much only on one project. It may be spending on multiple projects. They are building school in one nearby in one area. In another area, they are doing what? Hospital. In another area, they are developing roads, electricity, something, Wi-Fi, whatever it can be. So they are doing much of different projects, no? So if in totality every year they are spending bacho at least 10 crores. But the audit, in a way, bacho, we are going to call impact assessment. It is kind of audit. That means whether the spending was helpful or not, or was it waste. You know? So that audit will happen only for those projects where bacho, the amount you're spending is at least 1 crores. Company spending at least 10 crores for the year. But audit will be done of those projects bacho, where the amount of outflow is how much? At least 1 crore. कुछ समझा ऊपर से गया? फटाफट बताओ बच्चों. Everybody. Shri Krishna, Shri Rakshana, Shri Raksha. I got your message. Thank you, beta. I hope you understood, बच्चों, है ना? And which have been completed not less than 1 year before undertaking the impact study. That means minimum you should give 1 year. Minimum, बच्चों, what you should give 1 year for the project to be completed. है ना? To be completed means it is completed, and after that, if it is completed yesterday, if the project is completed yesterday, the work is done yesterday, how can you take impact assessment tomorrow, immediately, 1 day after? So there has to be a gap of 1 year. The project is completed, and then a gap of 1 year, and after that only you should do the impact assessment study. समझा बच्चों? The company undertaking the impact assessment may book the expenditure. That means because you have to hire an independent agency, ना? अरे हाँ है ना, you have to hire an independent agency, तो खर्चा लगेगा, that amount will be spent. अरे हाँ है ना? So company undertaking impact assessment may book the expenditure towards CSR responsibility, है ना? I mean CSR expenditure for that financial year. But how much बच्चों? Not more than 2% of the total CSR expenditure, or rupees 50 lakhs, whichever is higher. Whichever is higher. Higher, 2% of CSR expenditure or 50 lakhs, whichever is higher. Maximum, that much only amount you can put it as expenditure for paying fees to independent agency for conducting the impact assessment. समझा कि नहीं मुझको बताओ बच्चों. All of you okay till here? What are not CSR activities is okay. Mm, I'll finish it. I'll finish it. Check here. Activities which benefiting employees and their families. Okay, important. And their families. That means, but to whom you are giving benefit? Only to your employees. Is that CSR? No. Then activities but you're doing kind of marketing activities only. Is that CSR? No. Activities which just fulfills your duty, liabilities, obligations of the law. Is that CSR? No. Then any activity, pay attention, undertaken by company outside India is not CSR except training of some Indian personal sports, Indian sports person. If you're spending on him and that obviously sports person is training outside India, that is allowed as CSR expenditure. Okay? But anything else you do outside India will not be allowed. Then any contrary to any political party directly indirectly is not CSR expenditure. समझा क्या? Then calculation NP बच्चों. How much, what will you exclude? Any profit arising from overseas branch or branches, okay? And any dividend which you received from any other companies. These two things you will remove while calculating the profits, on which you are going to calculate 2%, average of 2%, 2% of average net profit. हुआ क्या बच्चों? ओ ना लायको. बाकी शेड्यूल 7 क्या है? That is completely fine. That is not okay. That is not an issue. And CSR बच्चों should always be under project or program mode. It cannot be just one single event. आज running marathon है, run है, running in the city. That is not CSR. It should be on a project basis. That something fruitful, something long term should be visible. All of you बताओ, सेशन में मजा आया नहीं आया? All of you tell me. है ना? Today I wanted to finish my compiler. If you want the compiler, send me a message. It has more than 600 questions. Okay, as it is on my WhatsApp status, I'll be sharing the links of my app also, MCQs also, compiler also. Today only I'll send it. But please finish chapter number 9 today itself, whatever MTB, RTB, PYQ compiler you have. है ना बच्चों? Daily we are going to have fun. Tomorrow I'm thinking of doing chapter number 10. Okay, at least that all these end chapters will be done. Then third day I'll finish 5, 6, 8 together. We'll finish it off. That means, and chapter 7 I've already done on my channel. That means that will take away the responsibility of from all the later chapters. Then we'll jump to 3 and 4. That will take some time. And then बच्चों, we will do other laws also. समझ रहा है? मज़ा आ रहा है? I am also tired. Honestly, I am very tired. 2.5 hours after taking classes from morning 9 a.m. So it is a little bit tiring. Tomorrow morning, again, I have classes from 7 a.m. But that's okay. You know? So you will see a little bit high and low in my energy. But that's fine. You guys can give me energy in your comments, your feedbacks, your whatever love or hate or whatever it is. You know? And please give me your suggestions, comments, whatever it is. Keep on giving me. I always like to read your feedbacks. है ना बच्चों? I hope you had fun बच्चों. है ना? I may be tired, but you cannot be tired. That is the rule. Because you have to study for next 2 months nicely, sincerely, dedicatedly, giving all of your life, all of your efforts, whatever is possible to you. Okay, everybody? चलो फटाफट बच्चों कमेंट्स में गुड नाइट कर दो, फीडबैक दे दो, अच्छा लगा नहीं लगा. कल आई थिंक वी विल टेक चैप्टर नंबर 10 हम लोग करते हैं, है ना? समथिंग लाइक दैट विल डू बच्चों, है ना बच्चों? अरे फटाफट कम ऑन गाइस, गुड नाइट कर दो, मैसेज कर दो, है अच्छे से खाना पीना खाओ, हैव योर डिनर इन टाइम राइट नाउ, and again sit for studies by let us say 9:30, 9:30 to whatever 11 you can do studies. Again I think 7 o'clock you have morning lecture ना, maybe tomorrow again, है ना बच्चों? है कि नहीं? Be sincere, very 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 important now, please guys. Okay, I don't want you to regret later on, है ना? है ना? You can see my name in the YouTube also. You can search by my name, you will get my channel. आज ही अभी ही बच्चों सब्सक्राइब कर दो, कुछ रहेगा तो एटलीस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट अपडेट्स विल गेट ओवर देयर. जाऊँ मैं? जय राम जी की. लव यू गाइस, विल मिस यू टिल टुमारो एंड आई होप यू स्टडी नाइसली सिंसियरली. राइट? चलो आई स्टोर योर नंबर, जिनका नंबर्स नहीं था मेरे पास, एंड आई सेंड यू मैसेजेस वॉट एवर इट इज, है ना बच्चों? ऑल द बेस्ट गाइस, पढ़ाई करो अच्छे से एवरीबॉडी. गुड नाइट एवरीबॉडी. चलो टेक केयर, बाय बाय, गुड नाइट ऑल ऑफ यू, टाटा. चलो स्टडी नाइसली बच्चों, टाटा, गुड नाइट बच्चों, बाय बाय बाय. Good nights. Okay. Bye, guys. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night, everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.